Alright, we're gonna get started here. I am just getting everything situated. Alright. And that is going to be everything. Looks like we're going to be settling around 80 players today. A lot of assets to work with there, Daddy. Yes! Perfect. That's going to be my weekend project tonight, 80s. I swear. Probably won't get it done tonight because Dante wants to play more Ghost Hunter Core tonight, which we'll be doing around midnight in about 4 hours, but that is going to be one of my weekend projects, mark my words. That is going to spearhead my changing, my new stuff I'm going to be implementing onto Twitch, I swear. Mark my words. For the rest of this month, we're going to be seeing a bunch of Twitch upgrades, all because of that phrase. But otherwise... How is everyone doing tonight? Today, we're going to be streaming the NA branch of Friday Night Fights. I covered rounds 1 and 2. Round 3 had a technical difficulty. They eventually rehosted it, but by then I was a little taken aback by everything. And now we're going to be here for NA. We've got about 75 people on the server right now. Might have a few more trickle in, but I think it's going to be a bit of a smaller night tonight. Multi is also live. We got a lot of people on there. We also have a Whale playing on the ground. He is going to be a part of that multi as well. And I know you're going to see names like Leet Llama and Tanaka from the Coalition here tonight. Tanaka jumped in on my stream while we were doing NA to tell me that he was going to be bringing Coalition here, which I am very excited to see. And again, just for the record, just because I don't like how CCO works does not mean I can't have friends. People were, when I was talking about it with some guys before we started the stream, were saying, yeah, Liru's got a bunch of opinions on Coalition. Those are just my personal opinions based off of my own experiences, but clearly there's a lot of people that love to play it, so more power to them, you know? Otherwise, with that little disclaimer out of the way, it looks like I'll be solo casting because Barb is still taking Sparky and Leia. They're using Leia for footage, and Barb wants to co-commentate with Sparky over the VR thing. I don't know if they fixed their audio setup. I don't have them in the multi, though, because they didn't give me a Twitch URL. So I don't know. I think Barb's streaming. I'm not sure if Sparky is because he said he wasn't, but again, shrug. I'm totally still butthurt about it. But anyway, yeah, we're just in the beginning parts here. When we get to the map screen, I'll go ahead and give you guys a prediction. Why are you bonking me? What did I do? I didn't even make a horny joke yet. Man, chat's just tough tonight. Ay, 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 Daddy Liru. See, bonk Herbert. That bonk was for Herbert and Hades. Good God. Who the heck knows at this point? But otherwise, we have a lot of known names here. A lot of the 29th ID playing today. We got Norris, who I know a lot of you have been following for the past 2 weeks. We got an old face here, Warwick, for example, who would co-commentate with me way back in the day. And then we've got Zicky. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Wiki, my bad. Zicky is an OFCRA player. I just saw Wiki and my brain went through that. But we'll get through the roster soon. We also got Night Owl, Mr. Deep Voice himself playing. Some mix of Scandi Recon coming in. And we'll just have to see how it all breaks down with the roster. Also, where is G-Legs? There he is. So he recently became an admin for FNF. I wished him well. We also got Emzakov here, another famous Twitch player. And Just have to see how this round goes. A mix of older veteran players with players from the Coalition, and I think this will all work out. Or it won't. Who the heck knows? Was testing for later. Don't you worry. Hades, the quicker you can give me that soundbite, by the way, the quicker I can set it up. So if you set it up by... Honestly, if we have some wiggle room between FNF and, whatchamacallit, the Ghost Hunter Core stream tonight, I could probably set it up before then if you send me an MP3 of your voice. I might cut it a little bit, but we'll see. It'll totally be worth it. Dream, why are you insulting me? There is no Phasmo. It's not Phasmophobia. It's the new one, Ghost Hunter Core, where I go crazy with the fucking, what's the gun called from fucking Ghostbusters? Whatever, I'm just gonna call it the laser gun. Because I'm a bitch? Well, yeah, no, in that game, I am a bitch, but I also have not freaked out that hard in a while in a game. And Dante was also freaking out. He's usually the veteran ghost hunter, and he kept getting murdered. It was fun. Might also set up the face camera, because I don't want to do it in VR. I'm not even sure if it's VR supported right now, but if you guys want to literally see a wide-eyed Liru freaking the fuck out, might be your night tonight. Plus, I'll, as always, let you troll me with the sound bites, because those are pretty funny, let's be honest. And if I get some time, I might orient it to be a little more jump scary rather than Phasmo sounds. So we'll have to see how things go. It's a brand new game. I mean, it was released yesterday, right? Or maybe a day ago. Who knows? But I gotta get some sound from that game to make a new sound profile for it because, well, it wouldn't make much sense if we used Phasmo sounds for that game and vice versa, right? How much revenue have the sound bites brought me? Enough to where I don't have to actively go out and ask communities for work anymore. And I kind of enjoy that. Now it's only if they ask me, which is great. Oh man, speaking of new work though, the next 506 campaign is going to be extensive. I'm debating whether or not I want to develop that first or if I want to start developing the next Pay for Pain. And I really want to touch that 506 campaign because it's gonna be an interesting one. I'm excited for it. 6. Otherwise, let me fix my posture here. And let's see, Kamikaze Kid, thank you so much for gifting out a sub, and it went to Kyoshu. Hope you both keep enjoying the operations, hope you get a kick out of this stream, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. By the way, I just hit the wrong fucking button. Oh my gosh, I'm a goober. Alright, give me 1 second. Wow. They haven't even started yet, so it's fine. There's the server. Okay. Touch his button. Everything disappears. Great job. I know, we're off to a wonderful start. Broadshore reminded me to hydrate, yeah. Ay. I swear, this only happens at least once a week, which actually makes it quite common, but hey, don't judge. What I was going to do was set up my TFAR plugin to enable, that way we can actually hear them in-game. Let me go ahead and take a spectator slot. I don't know where Barb and Sparky are. Oh, wait, no, right. They use Leia as the cameraman, so they're not actually going to be on the server. Right. Forgot about that. Let's see. Zested Lime. Sounds zesty. Thanks to the Tier 1 sub, and Don with the 21-month resub. Been carried by Modadict. That is fair. I hope you both keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this Friday night fight stream. Dream, look at your slot. Why? What's at your slot, buddy? What slot did you pick? Because I don't know. Yes, this is PvP. We're going to be watching... Alright, just making sure the title matched up with it. 80-plus players kill themselves in one life PvP. Blue 4? Yes, you're the marksman. And Maz is going to be giving you advice. Wow. So, Dream, the only reason you're going to do well, if you do well, is because you're following Maz's advice. If you choke and get shot in the face immediately, it means you weren't following Maz's advice. So it's still your fault, either way. But you won't get the credit if you do well. Jungle Fever. Created by Mountain. Mountain's one of the more common mission makers in FNF. And it looks like it's going to be Mercenaries versus Zimbabwe. Military. Interesting. So that was the beeps from Tifar, because we're going to be listening in game, because this is going to be pretty cool. Since I'm solo shoutcasting, because Barb, I think, has dumped me for doing VR stuff with Sparky. Sad. Oh well. How much would a PC that can run Arma cost? Lamb chops, not that expensive. You only need a decent graphics card that has been released, like, how would I put it? A 930 would be fine. Really, where you want to splurge on is the CPU. Yes, I've played 2 rounds of Friday Night Fights, one where I was just running around with Scandi Recon and one where I commanded, and I didn't really enjoy either experience, but that's also because I don't... PvP in Arma's not really my thing. Like, I know how to command it, I know what's gonna usually happen before it happened because it's predictable, but... I don't know, like, it's hard for me to get that same thrill out of it that most people try to get, the adrenaline rush. I've gotten it a few times playing Coalition CCO8 when I was just disregarding everything that happened, getting behind enemy lines and murdering like 20 people, but... Oh yeah, well, go ahead. Sorry. So usually I give it out, but they wanted me to put it in their media channel today instead, so I did that, but I just realized you might not have access to it. So yeah, feel free to yank the multi, man. Don't stream snipe, but I trust you. For those of you who don't know Whale is the uncle that almost every Arma 3 Twitch streamer knows. He just has that presence. And everyone knows him. Is an i7 9700? Okay, so Zombie, I have a 7700, and it's worked fine for ever since I upgraded from a 6700, I think 3 years ago. So, really, yeah, that you'd be fine. At that point, the only thing that's bottlenecking you is the own pitfalls within the coding of the mods, to be perfectly honest. Arma is not... So that's the sound of everyone jumping into the same T-Far channel. Oh, man. But really, the limitations at this point come from coding, because Arma itself is, what, 2013? So it's an 8-year-old game based off of an engine that's like 25 years old, because it's based off the original Arma Cold War Assault. So you don't really need big technical requirements, but a better CPU does help you out. Funny enough, older CPUs that put a lot of emphasis on the primary core are going to run better than newer CPUs that focus more on better strength across multiple cores, because Arma only runs on one core, because that's how old the fucking game is. It's not optimized to run on multiple cores, because back in the day, multiple cores wasn't a thing. Yeah, you can run Arma 3 on a potato, let's be honest. But otherwise, let's get to the round. So real quick, let me get the prediction going here. Wait a second, Don already has it. Thank you, Don. Appreciate it. All right. Well, with Don ahead of the game here, let's go ahead and look at the factions, and I'll go ahead and go back to Q&A for you guys. So Maz is not commanding, he's commanding X-Ray. Where is the ground commander here? I think it's defaulted to Platoon 1 HQ, which is Ghoster. So Ghoster has also come and co-commentated in the past. He was also known as Boston. That was his name when he co-commentated with me and Barb, like way back when, around when Warwick would also commentate. So he's going to be taking this from Platoon Lead. And he's got a pretty good roster with him. So Dream, who is an above-average marksman, even though every time I say that, he gets a bit more of an ego, but he is also an FNF administrator, and he helps co-commentate with me during the EU branches. We got some names out there like Night Owl, Slushy, Green Thumb, Firefly, Staten Bay, Snow Owl. So basically the bulk of FNF's vets, I would say. Slushy, of course, being from TSB. All of these Milsim names here, you see here from the rank of Sergeant, Master Sergeant, and then Not Bay, of course. Why are you bonking me? I haven't said anything horny yet. God, guys, keep it in your pants for a second. The 29th ID is this the group of players that they're from. They are the base community that inhabit the TeamSpeak that we run FNF on, similar to how TSB is the base community for when we run MCO every 3 Sundays, excuse me, which, you know, this Sunday actually is the next one, the Sisters of Battle operation. Otherwise, we have Tanaka. He is going to be commanding Bravo, and under him are a bunch of people from Coalition, as well as some familiar names like Wiki. Whale we know from a bunch of different communities, but he also plays in Coalition. Benario, which I think he's just subbing in, and Severe, who I also know likes playing in Coalition, who's also from Arma, Finland, which is where that AFI is from. So, we also have Nemesis and Nafs coming in from Scandi Recon to play, and we also have Oleg. I just combined Olaf and G-Legs' name. And Logan, the wild card, also coming into play. They're going to be taking the 1117, which... There was only one listed in the roster. I'm surprised that there's two, but we'll see what they divide their assets on. They are going to be geared up. Let me hit the L key real quick. I see basic U.S. Marines, but some 7.62 weaponry. So a mix of 5.56 and 7.62. I'm not seeing any magnified optics, similar to what we saw in round 1 of the EU branch. But otherwise, it's you know, just the standard weaponry you see. They did vary the MRZR skins, though. That's pretty cute. And they also have them loaded on some of these trucks that they can take in. So that is very nice. And then we have this, which I guess this is the thumbnail for the mission. We also have some titties. Excellent. I love it. I'll address everything that's going on in chat after I break down the roster, because I want to make sure you all have the proper information to make your predictions and we don't run over time. Now, for this... Okay, so they've taken this AO. This is normally a town, and they turned it into some sort of military base with a farm. Really interesting recreation of this AO. Actually, it was I think 2 weeks ago we had a fight in this AO. And they left a normal town. But when you do something custom, it makes this black shade on the map so people know that it's a customized area. And this is where Green Force spawned. It's also where Sector 1 is going to be. Just a quick note, guys. This is a 2-fight ad sector. So Green 4 is defending 2 sectors, whereas Blue 4 is trying to take those 2 sectors. So if Blue 4 comes into the sector and is able to knock out or kill everyone in the sector, actually knock out and kill technically, everyone in the sector, then they'll be able to take control. But as long as Green 4 has someone that is not unconscious in the sector, they will keep the sector under their control. But otherwise, Green 4 is already starting to disperse here. It looks like they are armed with G36Ks, and those are some red dot sights on top of them, so single 1x magnifications. But we're also seeing some 249s, and I would assume they're going to be US kit based. So 249s, the weapon squads would have 240 Bravos, and it's pretty much a 5.56 war. But what I'm curious to see is we saw on the Blue 4 side there was some 7.62 rifles in the form of those 20-round Scars. So are there going to be any G3 rifles, because they're using German battle rifles here? I'm wondering if there's any German 7.62 rifles they're going to be using to pair that. I think we saw that in the weapon squad of Blue 4, so I'm looking at the weapon squad of Green 4 here, and I'm not seeing it. I see the 240 Bravo there, but I'm not seeing any 7.62. So slight advantage going to Blue 4 in the get-go there for having a slightly better caliber for the rifle. It means that they can just get one less shot on the body armor if they're aiming for center mass. But otherwise, here's another thing I want to quickly look at.
Coming 30. No, this is a 12.7.
No, there's a 20 mil.
No, that's a 12.7.
That's a 12.7.
It's a 20 mil Hein though.
Oh. No, I'm pretty sure it only...
No, this if it was a 20 mil, it would be the side cannon. The chin strap gun is a 12.
It's a chain gun
Camera,
30,
which is
A
but the side
50
gun's
cal.
30.
It's the Russian version, which is a 12.7. But they get a chin strapped hind, an unarmed little bird that can only carry 4 people, These two Vics, I believe, are disabled because they weren't on the roster. That one looks like has some damage on it, and then this one also has some damage. And then they also had 2 static 50 cals, a BRDM, and then some transport Vics.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Green 4's already been deploying a group over here in a 4-wheel drive Vic. That can only take 4 people, though. But otherwise, looking at Sector 1, we got a pretty nice AO here. You can also climb on top of this big driller here. Yeah, so they're making this out to where they bulldoze the town, and they're trying to build a military base on it, because this is an actual building, but they took its ruined version and put it down for some cinematic effect. That's pretty cute. But otherwise, Green 4's first sector is this dome and this open field right here. So not a lot of cover around here. I could see maybe one guy finding a way to hide in here, but he would be flanked from the immediate left, so somewhere maybe in this back line. But the real security is going to be in this dome. Maybe they can dig some fortifications because it's right on the dirt, but I could see them really making this a mess to mess for attackers to attack if they're allowed to kind of fortify the interior. So we'll just have to see how that goes. Second sector, which also already has a group of forces coming up on it, is okay. So we got a bridge to connect the riverbed areas here. There's also a bunker right there, and it's got a custom little boat complex here. Nice little fire going, and a little checkpoint here as well. Not really a checkpoint, just a building with some sleeping bags in it, some water being pumped in. That's a cute use of materials there. I like it. I appreciate the small details mission makers put in their missions. It really does touch things up. The trick is how few small details you can put in, because the more small detail you put in, the more framey things get. And it's just that interesting balance. But Sector 2, honestly, is even harder to defend than Sector 1, because you can easily get flanked from these far hills. So I think we're running into another situation that we saw in the first round of FNF EU, where the defenders don't really have good sectors to defend from. Yeah, both sides have no optics this time around for their weapons, minus the marksman, and both sides have some decent vehicles here, but I think Blue 4, they've got better vehicles, they have a numbers advantage, and they've got easier sectors to attack. I think Green 4 is going to have to get really creative with defending the interior of this dome, because they don't really have any other advantage. But if they brought these 50 cals in, which do have the holographic scope, by the way, so that could mean they could try to be more accurate when engaging aircraft, but I digress. It's not going to be an easy one for Green 4.
Send in Goat Team
Now,
6
with all of that
now.
said, let's quickly go over the roster, and then I will go over with what happened, chat. Looking at Green 4's roster, since we already dissected Blue 4's, Cardboard is going to be commanding Green 4. He's been one of the newer commanders shining over the past few weeks, but he's been doing pretty well. He's been, I wouldn't say noteworthy, but then again, I don't really focus on commanders winning, so he could have been doing really well, and I haven't been noticing, so all I can point out is that he has been more new to the AOs, but the AOs in the past few months have been pretty interesting, so I'll be curious to see what type of defensive strategy he comes up with. Playing X-Ray, we got Fisher with the marksman rifle. I do recognize the name. I don't recognize him in that position. Lolo's playing as their medic. 4 minutes remaining. They're spinning up to 24, getting that ready. That's going to be flown by Wells and Shooples. Can't give you much information about them. I know they do that, and it looks like they just screwed up the... Okay, I hope that doesn't explode and screw them over because of the AoE damage, but that's kind of funny how they already screwed that up, but I digress. You got Vargrant, who I guess is supposed to fly that. Not anymore unless Indigo Fox has a way to fix it, in which case they just select it and then hit X, but I don't know if he'll have the ability to. But looking at the rest of the names, we've got the tiered players here, 29th ID members right here as well. Some SOC players here too. Spiky, who is on the multi here as well. And we have for the BRDM, Mountain, the mission maker with Indigo Fox. They are going to, I believe, take the BRDM. Then we got Cheese being the team lead for this Bravo 2 element. And a lot of names that I recognize Adrian, I recognize Schnuffles. Mito too, but that's kind of it for that group. Cheese, aka Tilster, by the way. He's done some pretty cool things too in the past. So I would say out of the rosters, I would put more money on Blue 4 having the slightly better players, but it's also a bit of a risk because we don't know how Coalition's going to do in an FNF mindset. But I can say overall they are pretty good PvP players. They've been doing it for years, so it's a solid bet to say. I would put money on Blue 4 because they Green 4 has really tough AOs to defend. Blue 4 has the better equipment. Blue 4 has slightly better players in my opinion, and it could really swing either way. But I think Blue 4 is going to be able to do better here. Plus, Blue 4 has titties. I mean, you always bet titties in FNF, all right? Titties rarely loses until it wins. But, unless it does is what I'm trying to say. But all right, let me quickly go over the roster here. So, Kelios gave out 5 gift subs. If you got a sub from him, make sure you thank him. Otherwise, I hope you all keep enjoying the operations. I hope you get a nice kick out of this stream. Renreb, thanks for the 200 bits. Zested Lime, thank you for gifting out some subs as well. If you got a sub from Zested Lime, make sure you thank him. And Kamikaze Kid also gave some subs as well. Jared also gave a gift sub out. Whoever gave the 1,500 bits, I appreciate it. Mr. Anonymous Cheerer. And Drew Kuzman, thank you for the 9-month resub. Kelios gave some more subs as well. And J3 also resubbed Kamikaze with the extra 100 bits. And it looks like that is it. And then I have Will joking about stream sniping. I love it. I hope you all keep enjoying everything, guys. Thank you so much for all that. Sorry I couldn't shout it in real time because I had to cover everything for the prediction so you could all accurately make your predictions down. And it looks like a lot of people are going to bet on Blue 4, so we might see an upset on Green 4. But, I mean, this is kind of looking like how round 1 on EU1 played out. So if you want to dream...
Lego Blue.
You cannot stop me. Let's go Blue. I feel that. Thank you for the 1,000 bits, and thank you for gifting out all those subs. But otherwise, guys, if you believe in dreams, I would put some points on Green 4, but if you want a safe bet, I'd go Blue 4 here. But there's always a chance that something stupid's going to happen. We could see these two Vics desync into each other in the beginning and kill a bunch of players, and that might put the favor back into Green 4, but... I don't know. Tactically, I think if Green 4 can really play with the MI-24, we might see a good upset here. But it's going to be hunted by a double-crewed AH-6 Little Bird with a Gao pod, which is a 12.7 chain gun. So that can easily pierce into the 24 and knock it out of the sky. Have I played Five Nights at Freddy's? No. Oh, is that what you meant when you said FNAF? I thought that was a spell check thing. Actually, that's a lie. I have played FNF. It was for a high school paper to see if an increase in... no, I'm not going to get into that because that actually gets really specific and that paper is published somewhere and I don't want to give out my full name. Anyway, I did for science one time. Don't worry about it. So if I was in Blue 4's shoes, I would definitely piecemeal these two AOs. I would attack one at a time because of the limited player count, but I also would want to keep all my assets together so I could just steamroll the AOs here. We're at about a, what, 80, 90 player thing, so it's only going to be around 40v40, not factoring in the number advantage. So the numbers aren't that skewed in the aggressor's favor. So every man will count for this operation. Looks like they did fix the Little Bird in time, and that is flying around doing recon because it's just an unarmed Little Bird there. I would imagine the armed Little Bird might try to engage it, but where did the Venom go? It's over here, and it has SL Dream in it, so it's going to basically just deploy X-Ray. I don't see any side guns on it either. So it's literally just meant to be a transport and recon Vic. Alright. So you have Vagrant here trying to scout out this movement here. He's getting a lot of good data, seeing that this is where the main force is coming from. And the armed Little Bird for Blue 4 is going to try to come around and swat her out of the sky. Was fear the science? It was related to heart rate, jump scares, fear, and a few medical conditions, but that's all I'm going to get into it about. There's a lot of weird and cool and random shit I did in my past, and I don't want it all, because I try to keep partially anonymous about this stuff, so who knows. But otherwise, the 24 is on a standard patrol around the AOs here. I'm surprised it's not trying to line up to engage Blue 4 coming in if the little bird for Green 4 has been doing a good job with reconnaissance. I don't think either side have any AA capability either. It's just going to be all in the form of AAA. So Phasmo is a continued study. I was in high school like almost a decade ago, guys. Well, no, that's a lie. Half a decade ago, a little over. It's all ancient history. Yeah, good luck, Winter. You'll find it, but you won't know it's me, so don't worry about it. But no, I was, the stuff we had to do back in the day for, International Baccalaureate for high school. Ugh. Yeah. Either way, so we have the armed little bird following the unarmed little bird. That's going to give the Mi-24 some room to actually do some gun run should it choose to, because the biggest threat that 24 has is that armed little bird. So if Vargrin can keep the AH-6 distracted, we could potentially see the 24 try to get close and do some significant damage to Blue 4 as they move in. But that opportunity is starting to run out as Blue 4 begins their dismount and spaces out to start moving in to take these objectives. And then, yeah, so they have two 117s here. One's going to be solo crewed by Logan, and the other one's taken by Olaf and G-Legs. That's going to be the tactical one. That one's going to be the fucking chaotic one. I'm betting you right now. So Green 4's done a good job predicting that Blue 4 is probably going to do some dismounting here, but this also shows me that people were not paying attention to that one AO. This was the exact same AO done a few weeks ago. And it was a similar attack style too. The attackers spawned down here, but they basically came around and flanked all the way from the north, riding the edge of the map. And Blue 4 is executing that same exact AO attack because, I mean, this AO, there's nothing... There's no better way to do it, in all honesty, because this is where all the high ground is. You don't want to assault it through the river, even though you have a bridge, but that bridge is all open ground. I also like the custom detail they put off to the side of the map, actually. This is really nice. They even have, like, little target ranges and everything. It's cute. I like it. Again, I'm a sucker for those small details. But I'm going to go ahead and...
What? Oh, that's fucking gay.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to go ahead and mute myself because someone just joined the server and is also in the spectator mode. And as you are in the spectator mode, anyone that dies also joins your chat channel and you can hear whatever they say. So whoever just said that, I'm sorry that it was of a homosexual inclination. Please don't say that. All right, so we have Lolo right here. I think he's a scout. I don't know why they'd ever put a fucking medic as the scout, but the medic is always on fucking point. So he's going to be radioing in and reporting how many people are crossing. We'll probably see these attack lines flank around and hit this Blue 4 group. We also have this group that's been deployed via the helicopter, and we have these guys all the way out here, which is a little confusing. I think they were thinking Green 4 was going to do a massive flank around or something. I don't know. But it's a weird choice. Oh, does not Bay know something's up? No. He's gonna walk right past Lolo. He gives it a little bit of a wide berth. Wheaton does it better, and Lolo's just chilling right here. I cannot stress this enough, especially when you're playing PvP and you're going into an objective. You need to have your head on a fucking swivel, because you never know where the Lolos of the match are going to be fucking hiding. All right? You never know. They'll get you. So Blue 4 is doing a pincer maneuver here, coming in from the north and the west. More so northwest and southwest here, but they'll kind of all combine on the western flank. I wonder if this Green 4 group is then going to put pressure on the southern pincer's southern side, and then maybe bring all these forces around, envelop the southern pincer, and then push on to the northern pincer. The question then becomes, can the defensive garrison here stall the northern attack enough for this force to envelop the southern pincer, take it out, and then start moving on the northern pincer, thus preventing Blue 4 from pushing into the AO? If Green 4 can pull that, I think Green 4 could make an upset in all of your predictions. But that's going to require a lot of speed from this group, and Blue 4 is certainly not predicting it because, I mean, we do see a little bit of caution here. I think Night Owl might have seen something. We also just heard some gunfire, but it is just the 117s trying to engage the Mi-24, which is, I would argue, the biggest threat that Green 4 has to Blue 4's advancements. Actually, let me rephrase that. It's the biggest single target threat that Green 4 has against Blue 4's advancement here, but the biggest threat Blue 4 has to deal with right now is the potential envelopment from the south. And Green 4 knows that Blue 4's coming here because of Lolo's actions. I think Dog 4's watching these guys come by, and Blue 4 is not looking right. Snow Owl was, but he's not looking anymore. Or was it Night Owl? Oh, GL going off. And there's the attack beginning. It was a little premature, though. This allows this Blue 4 group here to potentially flank this Green 4 group on the western side. So these 5 guys have to push into this position to put pressure on these guys before they can envelop around, especially if they're being led by Bay, who is one of the best players in FNF and would excel in a situation like this. Might have been a bit premature. I think these guys might have thought that that was the group Lolo was talking about, not realizing that there was a second group. But now it's going to fall to the PvP. We just saw one guy, I think that was T5 Pinto, getting picked off by the 50 cal truck. Okay. If Cyrus has a -1, that's a little awkward. Oh, do they have it set that Blue 4 and Green 4 are friendly to each other? That would be kind of funny. I'll have to check as people kill each other who gets the points. But yeah, now that you have this southern rear group now flanking this attack, I think Green 4 might just shot himself in the foot by prematurely attacking. And now this group is not going to be as effective. Ooh, AT just hit the rear of this Vic, killing the gunner. I'm trying to check. Yeah, no, so Green 4 and Blue 4 are set to friendly. That's really funny. I wonder if they could see each other's... No, they wouldn't have been able to see each other's positions on the map. Otherwise, they would have scrubbed this mission. So yeah, that's... I wonder what the script's going to look like, because they have a script that lets people see how many kills they got and whatnot. But I wonder how that's going to look. So we're seeing Blue 4 setting up smoke. They might try to charge in right here, or at least they're obscuring the vision of this position, which is also a really good idea. Especially if this other flank was ready to push. But I think they're just harassing that position. But this actually just buying that position more time, unless this northern group follows it up by sending forces up to try to get on top of that position and potentially flank it. Meanwhile, this Blue 4 group has now turned around to deal with this Green 4 group. We also have X-Ray coming around on the rear. And I don't see... Okay, no, so the Little Bird is trying to also engage the 24, and the Little Bird might have just gotten on the rear of the 24. 24's firing, but the Little Bird's getting right on top, just got a really nice shot on the ass. Did you see that black smoke that came out? That was some engine hits right there. Now, the 24 has a more powerful engine, so it will be able to get away from that Little Bird should it choose to. That's only if they realize they're also under fire. So Little Bird doing a really good job maneuvering and trying to take out that 24 so it can't openly harass Blue 4 as they come in. But because Blue 4, look at that, they're down to 4 guys here. I think Green 4 might be able to get rid of these guys and then come around, but I think it might be too late at that point. Blue 4 is starting to maneuver ahead of that left flank. We also got a squad right here openly flanking around. I don't think Green 4 has enough to hold as this group gets close, unless Green 4 is able to just take them all out. Not or GDI. That is a debate for another time, my friend. You know, I got into commentating because there was this guy, Spartacus TV, that would do commentary on Command and Conquer scenarios, and it was through that inspiration that I saw Barb streaming this one day back in August, and I'm like, yeah, that looks cool, fuck it, I'll join that. I've been doing that ever since. Whale is playing with Coalition, and Coalition's on Blue 4 right now. Yeah, so these Vics, I think, are just harassing the enemy vehicles here. That little bird's been constantly on that 24's tail, so that 24 is going to be out of action if not for the fact that it just needs to be avoiding the little bird and not doing anything here. But this Blue 4 flank is trying to push away, so Alpha's folded away. What Green 4 needs to do is follow them and then get on the flank and harass Blue 4 as they push in, but this could still go either way. A lot more Blue 4 died in this attack than I would say Blue 4 would be comfortable with. So Green 4 needs to take these 4 guys out and just push the rear before Blue 4 can break through the small Green 4 line here and come in. But it looks like Green 4 is trying to pull away from this position, surrendering one of their 50 cal guns. And they're going to fold the interior defense line here, and they've already started digging trenches too. Smart. So I think they could hold that for a while as long as they dig another line of trenches or two, giving time for this Green 4 group to come in and do a good flank. But Blue 4 is going to be assisted by that extra manpower that they get from the attack as the attacking faction, and it's some Scandi Recon members with Emzakov's Fatal Puppy Squad. And only Adrian and Zoni are here to cover, but they're unaware of their presence. Instead, they're covering this flank. You're hearing that Gao, I think it's a Gao 21 pod firing at that Mi-24. And that 24 is trying to find a good angle to hit it. Here we go. It's firing so fast the tracer effect can't even keep up with it. And now they're going to try to chase the little bird out there. The BRDM is just coming around this sector, not really in any good advantageous position here. X-Ray on the rear also coming into the AO. We are literally seeing all hands on deck here. Cardboard on the rear trying to look over at Blue 4's push here. And Green 4 is now going to close and try to kill these now 2 Blue 4 guys. It's just Warwick and Bay. Peace through power. I see. Nod fan. All right. Oop, little smoke glitch right there with a new ace smoke. But yeah, I think Green 4 is going to close the gap here and push. But again, the question becomes, is it going to be enough time? Looks like Adrian is down. Zoni also going down here. There's a third. Nope, that's a Blue 4 guy, actually. So they might have been able to take him out before pulling away. And now these guys are going to be breaching the tower. Mito's in. Cardboard's run over into the wheat field, so he's harder to spot. I'm not going to put my camera too far in there because that's going to murder the bit rate. And now you still hear from all the way over here that Mi-24 and that little bird still duking it out. Even if at this point someone wins that fight, I think the support they're going to be able to give after that is negligible. But I would see the Mi-24 being a little more useful than the little bird because all this open area around this dome could potentially turn the tide here, but only if that 24 is able to win that fight. It's on the tail of it now, but that little bird is doing a really good job trying to evade. And that smoke you just saw was from the gun, not the actual Vic. Little bird now doing a small duck and getting right behind the 24. Using its better agility to its advantage, and Bay is running a one-man guerrilla war, but his buddy Sholand here, yeah, Bay's playing unconscious. Oh my god. So he's a prone animation. He's done Control S because he's leaning right, and he's put his gun into the ground just by turning it, so he looks like a dead body. because he knows he's surrounded here. That's really smart. So as these guys then regroup and push through, he's going to potentially try to get on their rear. Yeah, Eagle's literally looking right at his direction, and he's unable to tell. He's gone prone now. That's a very high-level play, though, that you would expect from someone like Bay, who just absolutely creams the competition time and time again. He's probably going to get away with that unless Eagle stands up and sees it and decides to double tap. But now you're starting to see Blue 4 breach this compound. This is going to be Grenade City. Not a lot of Green 4 defending. If I was Blue 4, I'd throw satchel charges and just collapse that fucking building. And if they can't, well, you know, at least you tried. Then open the door and throw a satchel in and see what you can get. But nope. Eagle's running off. Bay is probably going to wait another minute or two. He's looking around, seeing if it's clear. But yep, they left him for dead. Now, we also have Taurus and Reaper covering the left flank here, but if Blue 4 comes around, they'll get a nasty set of kills here. But look at this. This is... Actually, that's 3 Green 4 guys on here that died. And now you got the Blue 4 Vics coming in. That is one of the 117s. The other one's over here. BRDM's flying around on the rear. And it looks like the 24 won the fight. No, the Little Bird is hugging the southern side. I don't know if he's out of ammo or took an engine hit or what, but he is trying to pull out of the AO. He's not unconscious. But that's going to give some time for the 24 to harass the ground targets, unless it's too fixated with trying to find that Little Bird, which it could very well be. But if that Mi-24 wanted to turn the tide, now would be the time. All right, Benario came in here. He just got double tapped by Cheese corner camping. Again, the kills are kind of skewed because both sides are set to friendly. Cheese is getting a lot of bullets in him from Arizona, mag dumping with his 7.62 rifles, who's going to have better penetration on that door. Now they're throwing grenades in. 24 now firing. I think it's firing at the ground targets here. But now you got Blue 4 pushing up and flanking the guys on the bridge. This could still turn around in Green 4's favor. But they are down to 1 player, Lennox here, who is bandaging. Llama's also made it in here. If Lennox gets killed, it's going to be GG because these Vics are just going to charge into Sector 2. They don't know that Sector 2 is empty, but that's what you're going to see because Green 4 doesn't have any transport left other than the helicopter, but they're not going to risk a helicopter insert. And can we trust that it will not survive? Now you're just going to hit me with nod quotes, I see. Looks like Cheese got pushed on and eliminated in the corner there. Lennox just needs to chill. He doesn't know that Llama's in here. And he's still bandaging. I think it's GG. I think Blue 4 has it. Wow. Lennox just took a lot of nasty hits there. But he's about to get walked up on by more guys. So he might have just won the battle there, but he certainly lost the war. Yeah, there it is. There's Sector 1 down. Green 4 completely out of position to touch Sector 2. Yes, I did, Az. That was pretty dope. Why are you bonking me? I haven't said anything horny yet. Willow giving this up to King Fuller. Nice. I hope you both keep enjoying the operations. As always, Willow, pleasure to have you here. And I hope you get a nice kick out of this FNF stream. So yeah, first round. Gonna be done very quickly here. You got Green 4 pushing away, but Bay might try to intercept. Missing a shot on Montgomery. Ooh, now he's being flanked. Bay quickly going prone. Montgomery's gonna push his position. Bay pops a nade. And he goes down. He was trying to get on top of these guys, but these guys were pulling back and he was in the open. I don't think there was any other way that would have gone. You got Carlson pushing behind 2 guys and takes them both out with that 249. I mean, the 249 is literally just an M4 with a quicker fire rate, you know? Dude, Willow. I love pizza. Don't say that, man. I want to go get pizza if you get pizza. So yeah, now you're seeing Blue 4 load into Vix. Blue 4 doesn't know that that AO is empty, though. Hold up. That little bird's right on top, and they might be out of ammo. 24 doing its best to harass Blue 4 here. And Green 4 has stolen a Humvee. Are they going to really... I think they're going to drive right through Bandit Town here to try to get the Sector 2 to put up an impromptu defense. Will, did you just donate $2 in 2 separate... That's funny. French pizza bread. No, French bread pizza. How does that work, Broadshore? Enlighten me. I think Green 4 is going to be able to set up an impromptu defense here. Because Blue 4, I think, is too focused on trying to regroup to then push into that AO. Oh my god, Logan. Logan's been injured here probably by the 24. This is going to make people kick themselves in debrief, though, when they see that the frickin' AO is completely on guard. But at the same time, how would you know? There's no way you could know, because your air support was just constantly battling. And we now have the 24 flying low here. Is it going for... I think it's landing. Yep, it's got its landing gear out. It's going to go on the ground to defend. It's a poor man's pizza. Pizza, I mean... Isn't pizza pretty cheap in itself, though? Hindsight's 2020, exactly. Okay, we have Garcia, Kearnshaw, Nielsen, and Montgomery. They're going to be joined by Chupless and Wells, 6-man defense. With 25 minutes left on the clock. Ooh, great shot. Great shots right there. Knocked out one guy, killed another. And a third is down back there, too. It's just, yeah, +1. So he was able to kill 2 and wound a third. Who was that? Edwin. Good fucking shoot. Oh, he's got the marksman rifle. That's why. I thought I thought he had iron sights. I'm like, damn, dude. Some good fucking accuracy. Yeah, and then you got the 2 Green 4 guys, because Carlson wiped these 2 Blue 4 guys with that 249. He's on 3 kills now, unless he killed a friendly. Can't tell. Now that little bird's trying to do some quick strikes here. I think it's, yeah, it's harassing the 24. So yeah, he just got it to flame up. That's going to explode in a few moments, but the pilots are more focused on trying to keep the AO down. Pierce is a really good pilot, by the way. There it goes. Yeah, it can be cheaper, it can be expensive. Pizza, it's all up to you. Exactly. Kelio's going strong with that fucking... with that stuff. Garcia fighting Logan, who is solo in the Vic. Garcia just needs to go, honestly, prone under, but then again, I don't think they have prone launcher redesigned, so they can't fire AT when prone. But he could camp under here and wait him out. If I was in his shoes, I would come around right here, because there's no backblast that would back off because of this, you know, this isn't a wall, this is an open area. And he could just tap it in the face. No, he's going to peer out the same side. There's the AT hit, engine's down. So Logan was able to get 1 guy killed off. Garcia's the explosive specialist. I'm surprised he didn't run up and throw a satchel, but then again, that is a bit of a far range. Now he's trying to run under here to see if Logan will dismount. You got that little bird training around too. And you have 3 members here and 2 guys there. So 5 guys dismounting, and Green 4 doesn't have anyone in the sector. They're trying to send people around to flank. which when you have only a handful of dudes left is something you really don't want to do, but at the same time, there isn't really anyone, like any good spots in this sector to hold other than the boathouse, and the one guy they did have in the sector just got his head blown away, so I can imagine why. Alright, Kernsaw just got fucking annihilated. Yeah, so he's harassing the boathouse thinking they're going to be in there. Nielsen getting some pretty close shots in. The other 117 coming up. Garcia... And there we go. Blue 4 just took the last sector because no one was in here. Severe, I think, got the official cap. Oh, good try. And now the BRDM that was never fucking used comes in when the mission ends. What was the BRDM doing that entire match, though? Jeez Louise. Good try. But as expected, that round went about as much as we went. So Don, if you're still here, I'll give you a minute to pay out the AO here. We're going to quickly go into an intermission here. So I will BRB. We're going to run a few ads, and I can choose the outcome from here. So Blue 4 won that AO. Nice. All right, we're going to go ahead, play our intermission song, and unmute ourselves from the TeamSpeak. All right, next mission will be on Altus. It is a 15% numbers advantage. Op 4 is attacking with 2 BTRs, and Blue 4 has 3 M2 Humvees. Nice. And again, as a reminder, in 3 hours, we will be doing more Ghost Hunter Core with Dante and maybe some other people if they have the game, because it's a pretty fun game. All right, but that was a good round one. Again, it was a little quicker than what we normally see, but it was nice. 4 is attacking.
Hello.
What is the objective? 2 destroy objectives. Dream, is that you?
I hate my life. So, did anyone tell you about the whole friendly tag thing? Because I know I said it in your chat, but I don't think you saw.
Yeah, when someone died, they were given a -1. It was cute.
No. So basically, if you got into a one-on-one with an enemy, a friendly green tag would pop up. So they would be a friendly. I hesitated too many shots. How is that from your point of view?
One sec.
Also, yes, I apologize for the ASMR voice, but it is 2 AM. I will not be here for long. I will leave because no one wants to hear this.
I want to hear it.
But you do or you don't.
Bro, I'm listening.
Just don't lick the mic. I'll fucking do it. Okay, well, I'm gonna go play the next round.
Yeah, good luck, man.
Maybe I'll join you for the third, but
Alright.
ta-da for now.
Just checking to see if anyone dropped off. Nope, everyone's doing round 2. Awesome.
Quick, one more thing. Bye-bye.
Why? 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 Sir? Why? Alright, I see people playing with the Discord links. My personal Discord is !Discord. FNF's is !FNF. Feel free to join whichever's you feel like. But otherwise, this will be a Galati operation. Which, funny enough, if I go to my other stream... Alright, real quick. I'm going to show off. Ready? Alright. Let me put on balaclava real quick. Alright. Next day was Galati. sec. No, I have an excuse. So I can... Alright. You know what that means? Alright. Cool. Let's go ahead and remind ourselves where Galati is on the map, alright? So, on this map here, if I can angle it right... Oh, the reflection of my screen is terrible. Okay, well... Here, let me find it first, and then I'll show it to you. Galati is...
Damn, Liru, you looking extra thick tonight.
You can't even see me. Galati is right there. All right, so we're on the top left side of the fucking map. All right, there we go. Joke over. Fuck's sake. There we go. Done.
Damn, Liru. You looking good.
Saw me in my fucking army football shirt. Congratulations. I get to have a gag-in, don't you worry. My new room looks exactly like my old one, does it? I guess, yeah, I'm still cramped in a small space in the corner, but it's fine. There we go. Got any other maps? Yeah, I got Maladin, and I have, fuck, they're on my camera right now, but I've got the full set. I've got to get them framed on my wall, you know? You just watched 6 ads, now you got another 6? Damn, dude. It should only be 6, though. Because it's 6 30-second for 3 minutes. So, I'm sorry, Chaos, I think you're just unlucky there at that point. Just do a close-up of the mouth? No, that's... Ugh, why? Do you have a CDL? Because it looks like you're driving around that dump truck of an ass. Good God, guys. Besides, Bloodwind is nicer. Extra thick. With the pepperoni. Dream? Yes, I heard you. I'm ignoring you. Because I can. Yes, I did. Don't you worry. Pretty sure the balaclava is surgically attached at this point. Dude, I just changed the balaclavas. I literally have 1, 2, 3, 4 balaclavas on my desk. Because I like to change it. I got one with flame stripe, too. It just doesn't really hide the rest of my face too well. Alright, intro song, excuse me, intermission song is almost over. For Altis, let me think. Let's do Walk in a Park. Fuck it. Alright. Because it's a good one. I'm varying up my music across various different random old games that won't get copyrighted. Because it's good stuff. Property in Altis is pretty cheap. Well, in that case, it's Limnos. And yeah, it would be because it's an island in the middle of bumfuck nowhere in the Mediterranean. Gosh, alright, now, every time we bring up that Altis is a real place, I also have to bring up this story. Is Malin here? Is he still kicking tonight? No, it looks like, this is alphabetical order. He was in the EU. Malin once went there IRL, and he got his car stuck in the actual salt flats. Loading up more Jaeger shots and Command and Conquer quotes, nice. But I always make fun of him for that, because he got his actual car stuck in the salt flats, and it was fucking hilarious. But hey, it could be worse. He could go and take pictures of Greek military bases and get arrested for espionage and be held in jail for years before he's finally released. The moral of the story is don't be a Bohemia dev taking pictures of military bases on Limnos, okay? Switch to DirecTV today. Greeks do not fuck around. Bloodwing does not fuck around. Anyway, whew. Oh, by the way, random announcement. I don't know when this is actually happening, but Bloodwing randomly messaged me this morning saying, hey, can I make a TikTok for your account? And I told her yes. And then she sent me a clip of Plankton looking up at the camera and then saying, Oh, I don't know. I never thought I'd get this far. I'm like, yeah, no, you're doing it now. You're raising it. Have fun. So I'm gonna pass her those. I don't know when when that'll actually be a thing, but apparently there's someone on TikTok that actually takes all my clips and re-uploads them. Which I'm gonna be honest, I don't really appreciate, but whatever. OnlyFans next? Dude, you just saw me on camera. I am not built for OnlyFans, man. Great, now he's talking about the temple. My god. I just want to play with Night Owl. Everyone wants to play with Night Owl, Dream. Come on, you know better. You'll fuck with the Greeks, Herbert? If you were in my shoes, buddy, you would know never to do that. True story. The Greeks knew that I had this house before I knew I had the house, okay? I'm someone's fetish, yeah. Alright, if you ever want a confidence booster, guys, remember, somewhere out in the world, you are someone's fetish. Gotta remember that. True stuff. Keep that in mind.
You're my fetish.
Someone bonk that. Bonk Dream right now for jumping up in this channel and saying that. I need a bonk. I need a bonk on the double. Bonk that man. My god. Definitely bonk worthy right there. Let me shoot Dante a message on Discord real quick, making sure we're still good for good for that. Herbert, I'm gonna be honest with you. I am just a tired dude that works, hangs out with Bloodwayne, and then passes the fuck out. And occasionally goes to a tennis court. And a gym. I need to get back in the habit of going to the gym again. It's been a while. Fuck. Oh well. You have no quotes about fetishes in Command & Conquer? Good. I would hope not. Because I think the only sites you're going to get those from are ones that aren't Twitch appropriate. No, we'll have time for round 3. Midnight is still 3 hours away. And 2 rounds of FNF are not going to take 3 hours. Unless someone really fucks up. And I'll go ahead and hydrate. Gamer words. Dream, I can come onto your stream and say some gamer words, sure. Well, the only way you would have that is if you had another delay, in which case I'd be outie anyway. Alright, so this is for the military base of Galati. Actually, not the military base, the little utility part next to the military base on the northern side with the Church of Galati and these 2 tall buildings. And that tall building right there themselves. Funny enough, this was part of the first OFCRA match I covered with NASA co-commentating with me. That was this AO. And it also extended down to core. Neat. But yeah, like one of the bases they were defending was here, and then the other one was in core, and it was both sides trying to hit the opponent's base while defending theirs. So this is just going to be an all-out attack on Galati. So you're probably going to see defensive lines set up here for extended Overwatch with probably the 2 BTR-80s, in all honesty. But it's gonna just be for large-scale Overwatch. You'll probably also see some units coming around on the left flank to try to get on the top of Pyrsos and come in through there. And Don, thank you for hitting that prediction. I was just about to get to it myself. But otherwise, let's go through our roster. So we're going to start with the defenders on Blue 4 since they're on the top of the roster. They are going to be commanded again by Cardboard, which means no one wanted to touch command. Shocker. He's got Dusty playing as Blue 4's marksman here with the
Are you talking about me? What fails?
7.62 weapon there. Why am I blanking on it's a Mark 11, my bad. And it's, again,
What?
Marine Marpat kits, so the standard you see for Blue 4 in
They all
FNF.
get backs to me, dude. They were all watching the other door. I just walked in and shot them all in the back.
Oh, they're talking about the last round when they were breaching that the dome.
Yeah, I went click and I laid down. I threw the
Yeah,
grenade.
it was
I thought I
Llama.
killed him with the grenade.
Yeah, in retrospect from
Yeah, they just walked in because everyone was watching one door, not the other. Classic. But otherwise, considering the fact that Blue 4 won the previous round, we're seeing Coalition, which did do some really good PvP in that town. They're also on Blue 4, so again, if you want to make your predictions based off the previous round, looks like Blue 4 might be your way to go, but we also have the SOC guys that they were fighting here. Emzakov with Broken, all the way in Foxtrot 1, they're going to be taking one of the Humvees. And otherwise, we have Pierce commanding Platoon 1 HQ, so I guess he's going to be the 2IC to Cardboard. Otherwise, a good mix of units here, but again, they get some transport Vics, but they also have, my bad, 3 M2 Humvees, and they're up armored. So that is pretty nice. Destroy Objective 1 is in this warehouse right here, and Destroy Objective 2 is in the church itself. Shocker. Yeah, otherwise decent AOs here. Really good overwatch from this one hill. If I was Blue 4, I would put a small group here for recon, a small group here for recon, and maybe one guy on the northern side just to keep eyes out, but I would focus my defense in the town itself. Or I would just defend this area here and cover this hill, and that hill, and just hunker down all this open space. The only thing I'd have to be worried about are some of the smaller hills that are a little closer that I either put units out on to cover, or the BTR is attacking from range. So maybe I would use my Humvees as fast attack Vics to go around and flank where the BTRs came from, because that 50 cal could easily shred the BTR. But I would probably just hold this entire AO here. I would ignore Galati, even though it says Galati defense. I would hold next to Galati, because I do not have the manpower there to cover that town. Now, let's look at Red 4 here. Red 4 is going to be commanded by Fisher under Platoon 1, with Erikiru being his platoon medic. Cheese is taking the marksman rifle, and it looks like it's EMR Russians, your other standard Op4 kit you see in FNF. We want Tiny Church. You'll see it on Monday. Wink. Unless my frickin' script for growing shit breaks in multiplayer again, but... well, testing's testing. So Cheese is actually a pretty good marksman. We've seen him pull some zany shit in the past. Lolo and Ghoster are going to be with him as well, as Vargan commands the X-Ray team. We've got a lot of the Milsim names in here from the 29th ID. We've got Night Owl going as well. Indigo, Olaf, Green Thumb, and Spike Y'all taking Charlie 2. Charlie 1, Miller, Poe, and Cosmonaut. All names we've also seen. Warwick also here. And Logan, Dream, G-Legs, all under Foxtrot 2 in the machine gun team with Nafs, Nemesis, and Not Bay. That is a fucking powerhouse of a team. Holy crap. Some of the two best machine gunners in the same squad. I think Bay is taking Rifleman here. Nafs, really good Lone Wolf player as well. Logan, really good wild card, all under the command of Maz, who is a super casual commander and will totally let the players go out and do what they want. That is a powerhouse of a team. But will they be enough to fight the newcomers from Coalition? This is basically going to be a vet fight of FNF players versus the new blood. So with all of that broken down, the two BTRs being crewed, Shupless and Cyrus being in these crews. Let's see if there's anything more. I only see that. Wait, no. So we have Gamma 1 being Warwick, Nutty Person, and Cyrus, and then Wells and Shupless taking the second BTR. 2 Gaz cars, 2 UAZs, and 3 trucks. This does feel like that Red 4 has to kind of pile in everything together, so making multiple pushes isn't going to be a good idea. If I was Red 4, I would definitely go for this cache first, because then that puts you in a perfect position to attack that other cache, especially since it's the other side of the map. So I would assume we're going to see Red 4 go for this area. And Blue 4, as I said earlier, should be defending this cache in the first place because it's the better one. Keelio giving his second quote from the looks of it. One vision, one purpose, peace through power. Ay. He's making me want to go play Command & Conquer again. Hot damn. So, for you guys making predictions on these rounds, the two factors you want to focus on is, do you believe in the veteran players, or do you believe that Cardboard can make a winning strategy holding this sector. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if they try to hold Galati itself, there's way too many angles that Op4 can come in on. Now, if this was a magnified optic round, which let me quickly check. I only see holographic sight, so it's only ×1 magnifiers. If there was magnified optics this round, I think this would be a much different story, but it's not. I would say hold your bets until you see where Blue 4 deploys their force here, because if Blue 4 puts people in Galati, I think it's going to be an Op4 victory. Blue 4 is going to spread itself too thin, trying to cover both objectives. If Blue 4 tries to hold Galati as a single objective, then Op4 is just going to get on the ridges and pincemeal them from above. I'd let Liru command it. Jesus. Bonk him. Someone bonk him. The bonk doesn't always apply to me. You can bonk him too. Good God. Rip your time, the E4 Mafia. Oh, Action, did you get promoted?
Really fucking me up last mission because
Steph said he can't fix it. It's gonna stay forever. So.
ugh.
Man, they should really
Like,
ask.
you're transmitting on the wrong net, and I'm like, I'm pushing the right fucking button. Stop
All right,
it.
listen. All right. So 2 points of defense and contention, essentially. Bravo 1, Bravo 2. Initial point right here is this ridge line right here. Okay. So you guys needed to go dig in wherever you see fit there. All right. The reason PL wants us there is because Fox and X-Ray are south of us as recon elements. They're gonna spot, do work, move out from there. Charlie's controlling our east by southeast from Galati. If anything goes wrong with that, B2, turn left, shoot down that way. That simple. If nothing goes wrong, we fall back as soon as X-ray is across this, well, I want to call this a valley, but it's just a nightmare because this ridge we're on right here,
so they're gonna hold
we can
this.
see into the valley from here, but once we move up to Pure Sos, we can see down to the ridge. Does that make sense? It's
And they're gonna move guys over there.
Stage
I would bet
ridge
Blue
line, so
4.
we can only cover the next ridge under us as if we're in Korea. So, with that being said, whenever X-Ray and Foxtrot are falling back, we're going to do the same exact shit. We're going to move up to Bravo 1 fall back and Bravo 2 fall back, okay? Bravo 2, you'll look at your position here to the southeast, just like you were doing at your initial, right? Bravo 1, you'll fall back. Make sure you have eyes west, because if I'm Op4, I'm wrapping around, and look down south. Now, make sure you guys check out Op4 assets. They do have BTR 80s, not 80 alpha, so no autocannon. Keep in mind that they'll probably utilize those as well as some Gazes. All right, so Gazes are armored, BTRs not so much, but if you only have 5.56, you're not gonna do too much to them unless you shoot under or in the wheel well, so don't even fucking shoot. Questions?
Yeah. Why would they ever attack from this direction?
Yep, that's what I was thinking that.
Yeah, I know, I'm well aware. Yeah, that's
So-
I wanted to stay up here originally, but PO, like I said, needs to cover X-Ray and Fox,
Okay,
so
so-
be ready
Well, would
to
it make
adapt.
more sense if Bravo 1 set up here? Because if I was them, I'd attack from
Don't
Who's here?
worry. Don't worry.
213.
Yes, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. If
How do you get out of there once
if
they
you
do get
if you
attacked?
if you want to move to 200 instead, so you can cover south and west, let's do that.
I'm
if
not
you want.
team lead, so it's up to Sphere. But I was just
So that just confirmed what I figured was going to happen. If Op4 wanted to, the safest attack they could make is from the north. If they spent a good 15 minutes driving on the left side of the map to then attack from the north, that would be the safest bet. Or hell, coming around on the this flank, but it's all open territory, so they're likely to get spotted. They could ride back here, but is this out of bounds? Yeah, it's just out of bounds. So no matter where they go, they might be spotted. So they have no, like, they shouldn't maneuver north then, because there's no way that they can do that in a sneaky fashion, because they only have ground Vic. So Op4's hands are kind of tied. So as long as Blue 4 just takes the high ground, I don't see Op4 winning this. Kia, what the heck? I'm not gonna say no to that, though. Ay, ay, ay. So again, the one thing Blue 4 needs to utilize really well are their 50 cals, as mobile platforms either try to snipe the BTRs or just use them on the high ground to engage anything in the open trying to come up, because all of this territory around here is open terrain. Blue 4 has a limited number of defenders, but if they can find where Op4 is attacking from, they can maneuver the Humvees where they need to go so they can start suppressing where Op4 is going to be attacking from. But if they could also use, let's say, an even ratio, they dedicate one Humvee for hunting one BTR. That still keeps them with one Humvee to attack any group trying to come in. But this is just going to be Bunker Hill 2 Electric Boogaloo. Also, how you doing? What's that? Well, they usually say 1 BTR to 2 Humvees, or 2 BTRs to 3 Humvees. But a BTR is just meant to be it's an armored personnel carrier. A Humvee is just a, it's either a fire team Vic or it's just a fast attack Vic. Or a scout Vic. Who knows? You always forget FNF's the thing and then you see me live, Keck. What's not expensive? Both are, yeah, in FNF sense, both are glass cannons. Because 1 AT round in either are going to be disabled. Ironically, though, the BTR will almost always cook off, but the Humvee usually doesn't cook off. Fawn Glutch, thanks for the 13-month resub at Tier 2. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. They also mentioned that they're setting up down here to cover X-Ray on their advance. So I think X-Ray is actually going to come up here and set up. And then after they're set up, then they'll pull back and cover around Pearsall's. If I was an Op 4 shoes, though, definitely, again, go for that cash first, because then going to Galati is pretty simple. And I would probably do a pincer attack of some sort, because I would not want all my forces going up one area, because that would just make piecemeal against those 50 cals. I would probably just assign 1 BTR with one force and 1 BTR with the other, and just find a way to get up on this hill. Probably 1 force overwatching with 1 force maneuvering. Let's see. What do they have? They got Foxtrot and X-Ray, right? Yeah, Foxtrot would be the covering element with X-Ray. Probably with Charlie as well, and the maneuvering team would probably be Alpha and Bravo. And the BTRs would also be on Overwatch as well. Because if Red 4 were to set up on, like, the edge of town here, and watch as we have the 2 infantry elements mount up in the quickest Vics they have, in this case it would be the Gazes, because they're also lightly armored, they would just need to find one of these positions of the hill and get a foot in the door, and then slowly ferry forces up there via Vic. I think if Red 4 can get their foot in the door, they have a good chance to win, but they need a really well-executed plan, or they need Blue 4 to choke somewhere. And one thing that is concerning me is the fact that Blue 4 is investing units into the Galati defense. I think that's a mistake. I think Blue 4's perfect plan, though, would to be utilizing the Humvees to see where Op 4 is going to push up on this area, and then using, like, literally just having a squad in a truck ready to go, and then set up a defensive line as they spot where Op 4 is. But no one wants to sit around in a Vic. They want to go sit around on a hill, you know? Exactly, that's right. The up armor is for small arms fire, not 50. 50 is not small arms. 50 is a fucking anti-material round. Herbert, I like tacos too. No team has air support. It's all ground Vics. If Op 4 had air support, I could see them landing a squad to the far north in the town of Abdira. Yeah, I got that right. Probably around back here, and then that would probably be X-Ray, and then they'd use X-Ray to just pick off units and maybe get a foothold for Op 4. But there goes the mission starting. Let's see what is done. I think Blue 4 has a really good plan. I don't like a few elements of it, but I can understand that they want to cover everything. But it leaves some holes for Op 4 to come in through. And we're going to see X-Ray go in one direction and the entire force go in another. Yep, Op 4 I think is going to go for the high ground. They're going to come in from the west. And if Blue 4 realizes that, they might be to push reinforcements there, but that's going to create some time to allow Op 4 to speed up there with Vix. Yeah, Arma is literally like a 25-year-old game engine. It'll run any computer fine. Yeah, a 113 would be more comparable to a BTR. I would say that too. Honestly, no, wouldn't a striker be better? Because a 113, the gunner has to be turned out, but a striker, the gun is also autonomous. Wouldn't you agree with that? What's that? Actually, no, the striker only has the crow system, so yeah. Like a 50 cal striker. Both would be... I think that would be the most similar you could get. Right, what's that? But I can't think of any 113 in armor that has a crow system. Maybe Cup, but to my knowledge for RHS, they don't have a Crow's 113. Plus the 113s, we know for whatever reason, like there's nowhere you can penetrate the armor of a BTR. But the 113s, for whatever reason, you can penetrate the armor of the 113 through the back door. We learned that the other day, and you can penetrate it with rifle fire, with small arms. It's stupid. So yeah, I would say a striker would be a better match. So we have X-Ray hugging the map on the right. They're going to probably try to get on the northern side and set up. Wait, what is Blue 4 doing? No, wait, no, this is good. So they're having their fast attack Humvees come in, but what is this truck doing? Bravo 1. Okay, only has 2 guys, but they're coming into... Maybe to set up explosive traps? I don't see the explosive special in their squad, so maybe, yeah, an explosive on the road, coordinated with Foxtrot 1 wouldn't be a bad idea. Hey, BL, how you doing? Russian bias by Russian devs, yeah, right? What are they doing? I think they just saw the VIX and they're turning around now. Huh. That would be smart, though, setting up explosives where you would think OPFOR would dismount. Especially in the town of Sirta. But them doing this indicates that they're... Yeah, who knows. 50 cal now coming in on the Gazes. That will easily penetrate, but the rounds are definitely short. Gazes are now pulling in. Yeah, they're going to scout this out for the main force. But these guys are now tunnel visioned on those original Gazes. No one's going to be watching the road. That BTR coming up could do something nasty. Broken, I think, is going to realize this now. Yep, you hear that they've noticed. They're remounting. They got to go. A Crow system is, yeah, what's that? Answered it pretty well. Basically, it's to protect the guy that's actually operating the damn gun. And that would pair well with the BTR. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and mute myself now for this round. Alright, where are the explosive traps? Yep, Arizona's the explosive specialist. He is totally rigging shit here. But he's not going to be able to dead it from that hill. He's got to be close unless they had, it's not the Clacker version, it's another one. Maybe they were timed? Maybe he set up mines. I'm trying to find where he put them. I do like that we are seeing some dynamic explosive traps being put down, though. Usually you can spot them when you put your camera up high, but I don't see any shapes. I see a bunny. Yep, so this is the rest of OPFOR's force. They're going to stage in Sirta, and they're going to try to push up, and they're going to run right into the coalition spearhead here. You're seeing some forces now remounting to come around. There it is. How did I miss it on that road? It might have been a tripwire mine, too. That's going to definitely stop this force from coming in. I don't think it got any kills, but it definitely slowed down the Op4 advance. But if you're Blue 4, you do want to be taking out Op4's VIX, because that's how Op4 would quickly get through this open territory. So even by just hitting the VIX, you're going to be slowing down Op4's advance, but expect this to be a long, bloody round. Ace had an update a while ago. Why are you bonking me? Nothing horny has been said yet, damn it. The horny bad abuse. And I've completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, I think it was a pressure. They're only given tripwire mines, though, so I guess it was a tripwire snag. People are bonking the players when they get oofed. Okay, I can get behind that. Now you got these 2 BTRs delivering a torrent of fire up here on the hill. But Ace had an update a while ago that it went from, if you were in a Vic that exploded, you would almost always die, to now you usually stay alive. Because when the Vic explodes, you no longer have a hitbox in that Vic. So people just camp in the Vic until it stops cooking off and then continue on their merry way. Exactly. Exactly. It's just how Ace wanted to do it, and there's not really anything better that's publicly available, unless you're in one of those souped-up Russian communities. But alright, we got Cardboard's Humvee here. Those shots are landing. Oop, nope, they're starting to hit some parts of the gun. It's Chupless solo crewing that, because it looks like his battle buddy left, or he was killed and he left, but he would still be there if he was still on the server. So he is now pulling back. Trying to check the inside for a body. There is a second body in there, so someone didn't die in there, as a matter of fact. Because I don't see a +1 next to it. But then again, I don't see a +1 in that vehicle either. Oh, so it's not Bay helping Chupless. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so it's not giving me the pluses for the extra crew, because sometimes the interface glitches out. Yeah, Finale's yeah, cook-off in Ace is non-discriminatory. Everything will cook off as if it has a big explosion, and it's a little Hollywoodish, but it happens. For extended playtime, or just because it's an engine failure at that point? More so, I guess just, again, how Ace wanted to dev their mod. Not really anything else can be said about it. So right now, Op4 has had no KIAs. Blue 4, Llama got picked off. Oh, fuck. Probably when the BTRs were firing. So he was the machine, an auto rifleman. And that gun is no longer an auto rifle. So I wonder who picked it up. It was, well, it was Sman. That's unfortunate. He was the guy that breached the dome and got everyone except the last guy killed. So, strong player lost right there, but now look at what Blue 4 is doing. They've maneuvered everything out of Galati, and they're going to start setting up a defensive line to encircle the Op4 group in Sirta. I would hope that Blue 4 doesn't do any pushing into the town. Rather, they just keep harassing from the high ground and alternating their position, because if they start pushing, that's a waste of manpower. And that's also foolish, because Op4 is going to try to, you know, do some sort of flank attack to get around this. I think Blue 4 is in a really good position to win this scenario, but Op4 is already showing that they're trying to adapt to it. But if Blue 4 lets Op4 get on these hills and Blue 4 doesn't adequately set up secondary defense lines, I think it's going to be over. Op4 X-Ray still flanking around to the north, but they're really out of position here. See, I wish X-Ray was utilized more offensively. Usually they're just used for like deep recon objectives. Like literally on the other side of the map to do nothing. Instead, they should be on like the northern side here supporting Op4 coming in and doing recon actively on where Op4 wants to go, and then reposition as Op4 gets their footing, you know? Instead, they're just kind of always thrown in some other direction. And X-Ray has that really good marksman rifle that at this range might not be too helpful, but I mean, if they got Op4 X-Ray got like back here, I was able to get close enough to, I want to say about 400, 500 meters is where we see the X-Ray marksman and FNF do really well. At a range like that, I think they, it would just be a lot more effective putting X-Ray on the northern side of Blue 4. But it's just that extra level of caution. Now my question is, where's Blue 4 X-Ray right now? Are they actively, yeah, so they were up on that construction building. Now they're going to try to find a vantage point around here so they can flank the units in Sirta. But a lot of these guys are already remounting. They're going to go into Aldira and try to flank from the north. So Op4 doing a really good job of coming around. But it looks like Whale is already looking over trying to spot this. Still go either way. It's just with Op4 adapting, Blue 4 needs to adapt with it, but Blue 4 doesn't have to adapt by much. They just have to reset their units here. But I think Blue 4 might be investing a little bit too much here, but they are seeing that the Vics are moving away, so they should expect that Op4 is going to attack from a different direction. They just need to act on that information. They did a really good encircle, but I think it was a little too late because Op4 is already getting all their Vics around, and Blue 4 doesn't seem to be catching up to this just yet. They're still looking in this direction. They haven't realized that the entirety of Alpha for Op4 is already flanked around to the northern side. Ooh, but this Humvee. That's Dreams' group, the Dream Team. Foxtrot 2 under fire. They're in a slow Vic going uphill. Dream has no choice but to go prone and hide. Bloodwing doesn't scare you. Well, she should. Anyway. I think someone just got picked out of that BTR. So yeah, Nafs got killed in that truck. Chuplish just died in that vehicle from that 50 cal spray. So Bay is now driving it into cover. And almost flips it after hitting that tree. They're still under fire from that 50. Yeah, so Blue 4 is doing exactly what they need to. They're using their Humvees to harass Op4 as they flank around. I think Blue 4 has this in the bag as long as they keep doing what they're doing. Op4 is just trying to go for a flank to adapt, but Blue 4 is using their Humvees as just fast attack Vics, and it's working. So I gotta give it to Cardboard here. I mean, he's doing a really good job. Where is he? Where did Cardboard go? Wait a second. He was there he is. So now he's under Foxtrot 1 as the driver, so I think he reslotted, but he was the guy that originally made the plan. And now he's in a Vic just guiding everyone. Now, one risk that Blue 4 is running here is they don't have anyone defending the objectives themselves, but Blue 4 still has a rear element at least covering this group and doing Overwatch. So I wonder if they report they're taking fire and people get picked off, will Blue 4 pull forces back? And I'm willing to bet that answer is going to be yes. Ooh, some nasty shots going into that Vic. Engine's out. People are now bailing out. Logan gets knocked unconscious. So yeah, Op4 is just going to get tangled in movement here, but the one thing I'm worried about is an alpha rush. Got 7 people in that Vic, 6 in there. Blue 4 doesn't have a lot on defense. If they go for broke, one Vic goes to one area. Blue 4 could still, excuse me, Op 4 could still clutch this. And that's the really worrisome thing here. Yeah, so they don't know those gases got away. They think they got Op 4's movement here. So they're going to focus the fire right here. They hear this BTR coming up. They've turned the gun around. I don't think Bay's going to get out of this one. Ooh, the gunner just took some nasty fire. And he's dead. That's forcing this BTR... No, excuse me. That's forcing the Humvee to now pull away. BTR is driving... I think Bay just spotted him. No, Bay did not spot him. He's looking on Overwatch now, trying to figure out if it is a good way to shoot. That's hilarious. Yeah, so if those 2 Vics get in right there, one group goes to one group goes to the other, I don't think that's going to leave enough time for Blue 4 to get around here. Dragonlord, thank you for the resub. Maybe only 2 months, but I have been watching it on YouTube and here for at least 1.5 years, and excited to see what there is to come. Thanks, my man. I've got a lot of cool stuff coming, but I always say that. I just hope I continue to release cool stuff, but hope you keep enjoying everything, man. Thank you so much for the resub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this stream. Yeah, so I think Bay's looking at his friendlies right there. Hopefully he won't shoot him. But Blue 4's committing a lot of stuff on the rear side here. I think still thinking Sirda's a hostile position, or I think they're just trying to do a... No, they're giving Sirda a wide berth as they now try to push on the rear of where they think Op 4 is going. But Op 4 is now all on foot. And Red 4's done a massive dismount and hold here. That is a mistake. At this rate, because of the time... and because of how screwed the other group is, they need to go. But they might also be waiting on reconnaissance data from X-Ray itself, which is in a really good position. Cheese has his gun trained on that hill. But I think Blue 4 needs to, excuse me, Green 4, Red 4, I'll get the color right eventually. Red 4 just needs to go for it at this point. I think Cardboard's doing a good job, though. But yeah, he is kind of stuck in, he's stuck in a little bit of a troubled spot. He's gonna run up and say hello. I think he forgot about it because he ran up there. Bay doing a quick sweep. Lucky enough, Cardboard didn't keep running. Yeah, so he's checking his front because now he's... Oh, no. So... as a reminder, it's illegal to run people over intentionally in Friday Night Fights, but if it's an accident, then how would you know? Oh, that's funny. I think he saw Cardboard as he was driving, and now he's checking. Cardboard's... Fucking brilliant. The BTR's vision is based on movement. Yeah, now he's blocked by his own tire. Now Cardboard's making a run for it. Some high caliber fire over here. That's the other BTR disabling this Humvee. And the driver broken got out. We have the other Humvee over here. It's Mito. I think he's solo crewing this. I don't see anyone dead in his Vic right there. Yeah. So he's just trying to reposition. And good thing, too, because Nemesis was about to get right on top of him. That's why. It's because Mito's battle buddy here is dead, who was probably gunning it. They dismounted, probably looking for Op 4, and Op 4 found them first. So we got Broken with a 240 Bravo over here next to 3 Op 4 players. For future reference, how much would it cost for Cannibal Bunnies? I mean, we've had them in Op before, so they're possible. How much would it cost? I don't know. What, you want to commission me for an Op? Then usually it's 50 to 100 bucks. Wink. If you're good at something, you find a way to monetize it, by all means, go for it. Ooh, gunshot just came by. I think that was X-Ray. Yep, so that's going to force these 3 Op 4 guys to run off. If Op 4 only knew how far off Blue 4 was from those objectives, we see these 2 Vix rush. But it looks like they were ordered to remount. Now they're going to drive up. I think with X-Ray's intel, we might see these groups try something. But Blue 4 is doing a really good job of just using all their forces to try to stop Op 4 from getting their foot in the door. And so far, it's working. What time are we playing the Ghost Hunt Core? That is going to be in 2 hours and 11 minutes. So we'll probably have a break between the end of EU3 and that stream. Let me quickly check my phone, see what Dante said. So Dante's now saying he can do it at 11. So we might be able to do it just as round 3 ends. So I'll literally just switch over, start a new recording. And yes, of course Daddy Dante is going to be there. Why are we calling everyone Daddy today? Like, jeez. I guess we all need a little bit of a bonk. What's that? I do not have a leather couch. I lost that argument, unfortunately. But I was able to get the purple mattress, so trade-offs. Trade-offs. This man is dead. Did X-Ray shoot someone? Yes, Cheese picked him off. Now that is a mistake, because now Blue 4 might freak out and pull forces back, but it looks like Blue 4 is too stretched out right now. But that is a very big risk I don't think Op 4 should have taken there. Now Alpha's gonna... Looks like they're just sitting around. There's the bonks. They need to move, and they need to move now. Because if they wait, Blue 4 is eventually going to lose the tail of what's going on here and pull their forces back. That might leave some room for this large force to come up, but... I don't know. This could still swing either way. But I would still argue it is looking in Blue 4's favor, but that is going to eventually turn around. Blue 4 still has 2 of their armed Humvees. Op 4 still has their 2 BTRs. Blue 4 has a lot of units out of position, though. This is what's worrisome for Blue 4 right now. Because they have so many forces way away from the AO, Op 4 might just be able to outmaneuver them. What we could see, though, is these guys set up a blocking position to stop this force and give enough time for this force to come in and intercept. That 3-man group is a bit of a wild card. But the real fight's going to be right here, and it's not helping that these guys are laying in wait. They should be moving now, because even if they're countered, that's going to pull forces off this line to allow this bigger group to at least get its foot in the door. So only by waiting, Op 4 is shooting themselves in the foot, because we only have about 25 minutes left in this round. And the maneuver that this force is going to take to even get up here with no combat in the middle would be a solid 5 to 10. Add the fact that there's going to be a defensive force they're going to have to push through, I don't think they're going to make it in time. You're going to see people get desperate in the end and start rushing with vehicles, which honestly is what Op4 needs to be doing in the first place. But see, now that Blue 4 got engaged right here, they've actually sent forces back to directly cover this cache. And this group is now getting harassed by the BTR because Op4 wants to use this territory to push up. So this is just going to force Blue 4 to condense around the objectives and make it that much harder for Op4 to win the fight, because that might also force these guys to remount and push immediately to hold the objectives as well. Op4 is not thinking tactically here. Sorry to rag on you, Fisher, but I think Fisher thinks that there's a defense force here, so that's why he doesn't want to push these guys in. He wants to get this force ready to do a pincer maneuver. But that just shows he doesn't have a good representation of where he thinks Blue 4's force is. I think he thinks Blue 4 is just in here and using Humvees to harass his force. He doesn't realize that there's been a large force that's pushed around, and he thinks Blue 4 is a lot more stacked up than they actually are. But X-Ray just recon this position out and noticed that there was only one force right here. They wouldn't have seen any activity in the town right here. Actually, they wouldn't have had eyes on the town. They would have only had eyes on the outskirts. But they would have only seen that one defensive group, nothing else over here, and nothing on the adjacent hills, and nothing on this hill. They would have had vision on too. So I'm actually really surprised we're not seeing some sort of vehicle rush. But I might be about to eat my words. I don't think Barb would be interested, because he joined us for Phasmo, and he didn't really like it. Because he was struggling with it, but I was kind of lost in my own little world because it was VR, and Dante was being Dante. So adding him to a Ghost game that Dante and I don't really know what we're doing, and we're just kind of learning it and figuring it out without watching any tutorials and shit, which is fun in its own right, I don't think Barb would appreciate that, if that makes any sense. Alright, so Humvee's duking out with the BTR. Shots are going way short, though. They're adjusting, though. They're getting some good rear hits. Might be able to take the engine out if they keep landing shots there. And it looks like this Humvee... No, Cardboard. Did he get a kill? Yeah, no, he picked off one of the Op4 guys walking up. He wounded another body somewhere ragdolled around there, and the third one started engaging him. This is really scaring me, though, that Blue 4 still has this force all the way back here. They got one wounded Humvee, and the other one is just back here chilling. They need to start coming back, and this is buying Op4 more time. Here's the rush. Yes! Op4, I think, is going to be able to clutch this, because if the first rush works, of course they're going to go for the second. They're going to be able to walk in, throw the satchel, and immediately leave. This is exactly what Op4 need to do. Sorry for the night vision flash. So they just got to blow it up, literally plant a satchel on it, and leave. I think that's what Garcia's doing right now. Yep. Op4 might get pinned in here, though. See, now they're rigging this to blow, which is going to blow all this up as well. So this is going to become a suicide run. We need to see people... Norris, come on, buddy. We need to see people get in this Vic and just drive off. And go to the other objective and rush it, too. There goes the cache. We just need to see Op4 rushes at this point, and I think we're going to see this group get away. Norris can then mag dump the cache with a machine gun. However, we've got X-Ray folding. If X-Ray's smart and they're paying attention, they're going to rush to this cache to defend it. What are you doing? No, don't go back in the AO, you goober. They did their job. Dude, Norris, no. He's doing the noble thing. He's not playing the objective now. He's trying to rescue more people. But I get it. It's a tense situation. He wants to try to rescue everyone he can. These guys are in a really good position because now they just have to hold. Blue 4 is going to go for this group to clear it out. And this is going to allow Norris the opportunity to get to the other cache site and blow it up. And I'm going to be honest, in this AO, I would check the church first. You always check the marked building first in an AO. Because I want to say 40% of the time it's going to be in there. which is nearly half. Yeah, he's gonna rush in, and this is gonna be GG. It's an op4 upset because Blue 4 stretched themselves way too thin, started hunting with some of their force, which I said they shouldn't be doing. They should only be doing it with the Humvees, and that spread didn't allow any defense on the actual objectives, and they got screwed because they didn't notice the initial op4 force coming around to touch this. It's GG. And X-Ray is, instead of paying attention, they're going to go do a wide flank around because X-Ray. Now you got Tanaka with Collective here trying to charge in there as well. They're with NJ. What are you doing? Did a super far dismount. And now they're running a... No. Just when I thought we'd have a nice point upset. They gotta make it harder for themselves. So again, I get why they did that. They don't want to drive right into an AO. But guys, if you just drove right into one AO, why wouldn't you drive right into the other AO? You know what I mean? Like, why take this one with caution if you just balls to the wall the other one? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Why? These guys getting grenaded to death. Sprayed down with machine gun. And I think we just saw Benario trade with the last guy. That or he got friendly fired by Whale, who knows, but now it's gonna fall to the PvP. And Drake now takes the Vic and drives back up to the... Norris, finish him. Collective trades, it's now Norris, who is one of he's our latest fan favorite. He has his preferred weapon, but another group of reinforcements is coming up. It's 4 guys with an M2 Humvee. Gunner is hit. Not dead, though, because it's still +3. Norris getting some more shots in, but his... Oh, he got another. He cracked the glass. That's why. You heard the glass shatter, and that's when he got the extra. Collective fails his wake-up check. It's just Norris and Tanaka here. Eagle has AT. Why are you all the way over here? What? I give up. Norris now taking fire. He's gonna run right into Tanaka's building. Tanaka is bandaging, doesn't have his gun out. And Norris gets him. So Coalition did that, Tanaka did that because in Coalition, I believe you have to put your weapon away to then bandage. So that's his community's bias to that. He doesn't realize that you don't need to do that. So that, even then, I don't think that would have made a difference because he just got Hillary Clinton up there, let's be honest. I rule that as a suicide, sir. It's not GG just yet, because you hear that? That is another group of people coming in from the Vic, and Norris is right there and ready. He's going for him. Throws a grenade. There's Whale cardboard. Gets him with Whale. Now, X-Ray also coming in as well. Yep, it's not GG yet. We still have 15 minutes, and Op4 still has their main force. So the rushes failed, but it is still anyone's game. I wouldn't say rip your points just yet. Because we still have a massive force of Op4 to come here. We got 15 minutes remaining. But Op4, I would say, to give it a sports term, first and goal. Because those Hail Marys did not really work out. Who's next on the chopping block? Pinto, but the 50 cal is onto him. And then Mito stopped? I think because he thought he got the kill and the engine stopped? I don't know. Grenades going off right here. Dude's trying to pick up Collective. marksman rifle blindly spraying. Eagle is just gonna camp up here and get killed. I really don't get what the fuck Eagle was doing up here. Like, why? We have a BTR coming around. See, this is what's worrisome. We just had an AT hit take out the second Humvee here, but they're slowing down this force, so the BTR is rushing ahead. But a BTR up here with no support, really bad idea. Well, it looks like it's going to try to do some overwatch here instead. Not sure if they just got a kill. Now you're going to see Blue 4 kind of come around on this church. Other Humvees trying to come up to support, and it is taking fire from that BTR. The BTR is going to pursue. Ooh, we got X-Ray now breaching. These two guys are going to chill right here. Lolo now going to breach. He knocks out Wise. Ooh, but they are flanked from the rear. Broken getting them with the machine gun. Lolo stays alive. Other guy just got knocked out either by Vagrant throwing grenades or shooting him. I doubt Wise is going to wake up because that grenade's going to keep him out. Yep. Great flank by Broken there. Now you got the BTR coming to town. Looks like that one guy up there was picked off. No, wait, that was the Vic driving up. My bad. But yeah, they're going to focus again on holding this force. They just had the double taps by Lolo there. No, it was Vargant running in. And now, big miscommunication here. Vargant's running out of the building. Hopefully the grenades will not collapse the building. Now you have the BTR driving in and picking people off. So Cardboard's gonna stick by the cash. Ooh, that was Lolo. What the heck is this guy doing? Jeez, why are you... marksman or not? Like, at this point, it's go time, baby. BTR's driving around these two Blue 4 guys. The other BTR is still here. I think the BTRs might be able to get a clutch for these guys. Still a shit ton of Op 4 dudes left. Blue 4's in a lot of trouble here. Unless that 50 can get behind this Vic and take it out. This man is insane. It's a mix of everyone. From Coalition, SOC looks like it's been completely wiped. Got Dusty here too. It's just a frickin' mixed bag of players here from different communities. I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm just saying from multiple different groups. So that's probably the wrong term to use. They're still trying to bandage Collective up. Is there a medic on site here? No. So I doubt they're going to be able to get Collective up. The medic is all the way up here, of course. When you need a medic, he's going to be completely out of position. It's just how Arma works. 10.5 minutes remaining. I think this is gonna rush Op 4 a little bit. Because it's gonna take about 4 minutes to get there. I think Blue 4 could still clutch this. Because of, it's all open territory. Op 4's only safe bet is to come down this valley, but there's still a little bit of an opening to utilize, but it's slightly blocked off. But to maneuver that way, it's going to eat up half that time. But this could go into overtime. So if Op 4 gets into this AO and the timer runs out, it's going to extend to overtime. And then Blue 4 just has to kill Op 4. Now you're seeing Op 4 doing some more rush plays. It is a small trickle. Oh, no, it is not a small trickle. Uh-oh. Big uh-oh. 50 cal. I cannot believe what I just saw. Okay, multiple people just got picked off because the Vic stopped. People in the way back. Okay, Op 4 might have just shot themselves in the foot here by doing these rushes. By doing these rushes, they're losing the manpower advantage. We got Cheese. He's up in a good position now. I guess his intention was to never go with X-Ray, just get into an Overwatch and pick people off, so it's going to work out in this favor. Great grenade throw, but the frickin' flower bush has covered it. 50 cal doing its best to take out more of the infantry dismounting. This guy walking in, and Edwin's able to turn around and bitch slap him to the next millennium. BTR is now coming in. Blue 4 has little to no AT. GL's going on that thing. I mean, technically, this thing could just drive up. Bay. Bay, you magnificent bastard. Is that... what? That's the other BTR firing. Oh, no. What are you doing? I think Op 4 is going to be able to clutch this. Bay's going to just point his gun in there and take out the cache. He's going to freak out over that grenade. I don't think he knows the cache is actually in there. Bay doesn't know. 7 minutes remaining, but Blue 4 is down to 2 defenders. There's the bonk. Oh, Bay. Bay, you see the cache, buddy. And you see the guy. The bullets are spraying all around in there. I'm not sure if his turret's disabled or what. The turret looks fine. Got Vargrid going in, but he's being flanked by Edwin. Edwin, that's a good spot, man. Keep it up. Look, he's killed another guy in here. Bay's gotten out. Oh my god. There it is. Wow. Again, I would say Blue 4 lost when they sent too many forces on the southern side of Sirta to try to flank Op 4's maneuver. That's where they lost it. They should have kept those forces on defense. If not directly on the objectives, then on the ridges themselves, so at least when this area was lost, there would be more people to pull back. Bay knew. Well, Bay saw it, but he wasn't able to get the gun up. He eventually found it, but he didn't initially know about it. Man. All right, Lithium. We're going to go to our final intermission of the night. Actually, we'll probably have another one to transition the stream for Ghost Hunter Core. So give me 1 second. Let's go ahead and reset the song. And let's go ahead and change up our commands. Here we go. So, go ahead, go into the... what do I want to do first? Let's do the map command. Let's change that up to Lithium. The mission. This is the round 3 where 3-round rush attack. And she's saying that wasn't the BTR that got free, that was the marksman. He's giving himself some points. Op 4 is rush attacking 3 objectives. Okay. Is it rush sector? Just says rush. KA60 and 2 BRDMs. While green 4 has a BTR-80 and 2 Dishkas. Hey Barb, thanks for the raid. You're not covering the last round? I think because Leia might have had to go to bed, their cameraman. Because I just see the two of them up in that channel. All right. Let's check our multi. I'll update the title. All right, looks like everyone is still going strong. Nice. Strong multi through the entire night. I'm gonna go ahead and keep the music command up so I can update it in a second when we decide on what we want to play. And let's see how it goes. Are you ready to rumble? An ad about depression. And Dream coming insane balls. All right.
Send in goat team
Sparky,
6.
thanks for the 19 months resub, my man.
19 months. Thanks for the gift sub.
No problem, man. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a kick out of this scenario. Hope the stream went well with Barb. Yeah, Tanaka, the... Whoever, I think it was Cardboard commanding that, he put way too many of your defensive units on trying to hunt that Op4 push, and that's what screwed you in the end. It made your lines way too thin, and Op4 was able to just rush you. They got the first objective, nearly got the second, but they misdid that, and then forced you to rush back to defend it, and that's where a lot of units were lost. Up until you started hunting their attacks. And when I say you in this case, I mean Blue 4 decided to start hunting Op 4 instead of just playing defense. You guys would have won that, hands down. Need the monkey meme where they're just sitting there saying, yeah, we're defense. Ay, 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 man. It happens. FNF has some weird command strategies in it. I will say that much. I mean, there's a world...
FNF's command strategies are perfectly normal.
Right, of course, Dream. Yeah, whisper more. Whisper more about that.
Fuck you.
Perfectly normal. Let's talk about your friend, Pierce?
Pierce?
Yeah.
No comment?
He doesn't like Pierce. Good pilot, though. Very good pilot. No one can,
Excuse me, I fucking heard that. That little whisper. I heard that little whisper. I'm watching your stream.
I know. Oh, you're stream sniping. Oh, I must say, sir, as an FNF staff, you should not be stream sniping in your own event. That's very bad.
I'm not stream sniping.
But you just admitted you're using what you hear on my stream.
No, I turn it off. Excuse me, you need to stop slandering me.
Sparky, it's a joke. Don't worry about it. It's SL Dream, who we see get murdered in these rounds. It's great.
Fine, stop slandering me.
I'm not. Sparky, if I may ask, why aren't you covering round 3 with Barb? Is he just calling it for the night? I gotcha, Sparky. I know. Mino getting disconnected for his network speed. Cack. Barb called it rated? Fair. I don't blame him. Sometimes I call it by this round anyway because it starts getting late at night, especially if you've done the entirety of EU and NA2, so. Prediction time on a 5 prediction win streak.
So you're lying.
Hmm?
You said you did the entirety of EU and you only did 2 rounds, so...
Yeah. Well, I did the 3rd, and then it crashed. No, they called
did
it.
the 3rd round.
So I,
No, they
technically I did everything. I mean, anything after that, it was impromptu.
You're lying.
I did my job description. No, we were in there. We bro-speaked, and the bro-speak crashed the server. So, not my fault.
Well, technically that is your fault then.
Okay. Well. Herbert's being a pervert. Oh, that's why.
Wait, what?
It's Herbert the pervert. Okay.
What the fuck?
I get it. Yeah, I know. I misspoke. I said fart instead of fault. My bad. Slip of the tongue.
Oh, dyslexia Liru is back.
It never left.
Yeah, true.
Dream, ready?
Yeah.
Proving grounds.
Proving grounds.
Proving grounds.
I need to go and prove myself at the proving grounds.
Fuck's sake.
I haven't slotted yet. I don't know what to do.
Should probably go slot.
I could. Or I could not. I could just not slot.
I feel like doing this. I don't know why. For this Son, let's go ahead and do this one.
Okay, well, I'm not going to stream snipe, and I'm going to go be a good boy.
What is this good boy? Where will you be when T-Far strikes? Yeah, I don't think he's commentating with me. Otherwise, I'd stay up in that channel. Oh, it's literally gonna be... Huh. Interesting. It's an airfield defense, but you have to attack certain sides of it, but they're all close together. So for an hour and 5 minutes, technically 50 minutes of the round, you could just pick and choose which side to hit and then just clear it and then hit the objectives. Jesus, Herbert. Someone bonk him, please. Yeah, this one's going to be a slog. I don't see any way for Green 4 to proactively defend against Op 4. It's going to be... Green 4 is going to be spread thin here. There's some custom objectives around here, but... Green 4 does not have the manpower to properly defend this AO. And that's going to allow Op 4 to get right on top of this position.
You thick as fuck, boy.
Sparky, that doesn't mean... When I say bonk, it means the fucking... The sound bites, not an actual moderation thing. Come on, Sparky. Please.
Let's get him a warm up.
All right. Thanks for the prediction. No, it's okay. Sparky hasn't been here in a while. It's fine. It's fine. Ah, yes. Our in-house product placement.
Can we kindly request that everyone stays in defense this time?
No.
Did you hear that? Fucking coalition just asked everyone to stay defending.
Yeah, that would have been like a whole squad just gone.
I got blapped by a BTR.
I got reversed roll banged.
Is that Llama? Yeah, he got blapped early on by the BTR.
Huddle here to the east.
Am I really on fucking platoon that?
Hey, X-Ray, can you jump on 33?
Yeah. I think I laughed randomly.
I guess.
In my previous mission.
All right, guys, let's do our breakdown. So Cardboard is commanding again tonight. Tanaka with Coalition is going to be under him. He's got Nielsen under him as well. Fisher under as well. Actually, no. Fisher and Cardboard are going to be in the marksman team. Nielsen's going to be commanding again tonight. All right. So Tanaka under this group with Whale as well. For Coalition under Green 4 Alpha. They've also got Montgomery, Carlson, Kernshaw, Chuplis, all of the 29th ID guys. We have Warwick here as well, Nutty Person, Miller. So basically PMC plus Coalition doing the defense here. Bunch of IDAP crates here too. Here's the BTR. Here's the 2 static guns. There's a shit ton of transport trucks and a shit ton of IDAP Vix. Okay. Excellent.
There and dig in if you find
They're going to be fighting Op4. Op4's commanding officer is going to be Peterson. I haven't seen Peterson. I think I've seen him command once or twice. It's been a while, though. Could be wrong, though. He is going to be leading Nemesis as the team leader for the X-Ray team. Cole taking the marksman rifle. It's an SVD. These appear to be like Soviet Union-based kits with AK-74. Nice. This feels like, yeah, like a late Cold War. Whatchamacallit? Mujahideen War, except that there's a KA-60, but digression aside, it's also not armed, so that can only be used for transport and scouting, which actually might be really good for Op4 to do here. They're the 2 BRDMs, good scouting Vics that are also mobile machine gun platforms.
Yeah.
And who else do we have on this sector? Yeah, so the SOC guys, the OP guys. Legal Action showed up. I'm not sure if he's been playing all night. Probably has. From Papega Pirates, Spikey's with him, Maz, Ghoster, taking up Charlie 1, Charlie 2. Some of the names I don't necessarily recognize. We've got Zoni in there with AT. Not Bay is going to be taking one of the Vics with Lolo, Vargrin, and then G-Legs and Indigo Fox are both going to be flying the KA-60. I don't really think they need a co-pilot for it because this doesn't have a camera on it. So there's no need to do any spotting stuff with, you know? So I think that extra man could go into the infantry instead, but that's just me. I think Nem's the only remaining guy from Scandi Recon here. I don't know. Let's go ahead and look at the terminal site. So Terminal 1, accurately marked right here. It's an IDAP position with a bunch of stuff right here. This could be easily defendable too. The warehouse is more than likely set to invincible, only 2 choke points. Bring in those static guns like we saw in round 2 of EU. That could hold pretty well. Terminal 2 is all the way over here. I see. I think they ran this round for EU3 as well, because Azariah sent me a clip. They put an explosive charge right here, and they detonated as soon as someone touched the terminal. So a lot of room for explosive traps because it is a terminal defense here. And then Terminal 3 also in a building that can be locked down. So Green 4 actually has a lot of stuff to work with in terms of defense. If they check these AOs out and decide to just hold the internal perimeters of the AOs themselves, I think they'll be okay, especially if we have Coalition on defense utilizing explosive traps. And they also backpacked both of those Urals. Backpacked both of those cords. And they're going to intend to move them. I don't think Green 4 has enough time to hold these bridges because Op 4 is going to be right on top of that. Maybe we might see a rush out, but I think it's going to be unlikely. But as I say that, oh my god, Coalition might... Nope, they're going to take a right. Okay. I think they're going to go on Terminal 1 and set up defenses. I don't see a reason for a rush out like that to be done, but you never know. Co-pilot takes the role if the pilot gets shot to take the controls as long as they're unlocked, or if there's like a camera for the helicopter operate, the co-pilot operates that camera. All right, I'm gonna quickly go get some more water from upstairs. We're at about 75 players around, give or take. Yep, so Coalition's gonna hold the first objective. Honestly, just holding the perimeter that's been established here, and then holding the internal building, like setting up the guns, I think would be the best bet. I mistake Green 4 flipping a truck? Nice. I'd assume they got it back though, but I guess I caught it on the camera here, but I don't see it flip, so I think we're okay. Right? Maybe? Who knows? And Yasuhiro, how you doing? I did just hide right there. Perfect place to stop the camera, yeah, right? They flipped a truck and spawn? Alright, I'll go ahead and check it out. 223. Thank you, guys. Might become a highlight. Alright, just in the mic there. I don't know. I honestly don't know which way this one's gonna go. If the aircraft was armed, then I'd be leaning a little more towards the offensive side. They have 2 BRDMs, but this is a really... It's not an open AO. Like, if these were villages with a lot of open area around it, then sure, the BRDMs that OPFOR has would be more effective. But these are really close, tight-knit AOs that I could see just, you know, a whole squad hunkering down on and doing a lot of damage. We could also see explosive traps utilized. There's just a lot of ways this could go wrong. I think what Green 4 needs to focus on, though, is defending from the areas where they know people are going to come from, because with all of this territory, I doubt we're going to see OPFOR try random rush strategies. You know, they're probably going to be a little more tactical with this, especially since the AOs are all within a few hundred meters of each other. Just literally a freaking V here. And OPFOR is right next door. They only need to spend probably 10 minutes maneuvering tops. And then just push their forces through. But OPFOR could also push from a different angle, get their foot in the door, cover a terminal, and then send that force in to hit the first one, and then be right on top of the second to then push to the third. Even though this is a rush sector, the AOs are so close together that it doesn't really matter. And OPFOR spawns close by, so it all doesn't really matter. How does one join these events? Do !FNF, and yeah, I mean, you can get in for next week, but you can at least check their Discord out and see if it's something you would like.
Let's not die here, right? So as soon as you think it's over,
And we're watching west-southwest from up here.
We're not going to be up here. I just want to see if I can get on the roof.
There's no way they're coming from the west.
Whale red team?
Yeah, no, I'd agree. There's... Even if they were, I mean, it's all open ground. Why would they? Why risk a vehicle rush when you can move in through tactical solid ground with a lot of cover? Yeah, this is going to be CQB hell. That's why it's so hard to predict. Because CQB, while it favors the defenders, that's why OPFOR has the number advantage. And with the numbers being only in the 70s... I don't know. BLWH, just keep uploading on the same regular interval.
That's where I'm gonna set my gun up.
And then after a few months, adjust them based off of when people see your stuff. And make sure you upload like an hour before everyone's actively watching your stuff.
Here over. Just 2 sandbags.
I've been making some videos on stuff like that. I gotta resume them starting next week. Because I've been spending all of the past few weeks unpacking and setting up new equipment, resetting up old equipment, yada-da.
Right here.
If I had to put fuck. If I had to put $100 down, I would probably say Green 4.
Well, is there a door on that side?
Just because with AOs like these where it's CQB hell, normally in FNF the defenders do better. But it could really go either way. Did I ever get the new lights set up? Which new lights, yes? You mean the photo lights, the fixtures?
Hey, Bodger, can you build shit?
Yeah, and the other side as well.
Looks like they're also starting to build stuff up here.
Never mind, they want more.
You get like a
Fortifying this, but again, I don't...
line.
I guess from a rear attack, maybe. The softbox you bought with the audio interface way back?
How much is this costing you?
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. I'm still unpacking stuff and organizing things. It might be, oh, actually, they might be the ones under my desk on the right here.
Why are those even there? Thank you, Lithium. What a quality map.
He climbed up here, and he got flung off. And he just said, why are those even here? Thank you, Lithium. Quality map. I love you, Well. Oh my god. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, he's right though, because you climb up and then it puts you here and then you just fall off the side. That's hilarious. Squad super fob time, yeah, pretty much. Though it looks like Green Force putting a lot more forces here. Out of everywhere you pick the one that's kind of out in the open with a bunch of cargo boxes stacked around. Weird choices. Like I would put a static in there and I'd put a static in there, hold that compound, because this is isolated on its own. You know, you got open ground in every direction. You could lock this bitch down with some fortifications and trenches. Like that is the best AO out of all three of them because you have this open terrain all around. But it looks like Green 4 is just going to divide its forces and play a war of attrition, which, because of how close these AOs are together, you're not playing for time, you're just playing for kills and hoping that you got some guy that can flank around and kill everyone. So I could see Op4 just steamrolling. It could really go either way, guys. Ready to lose more channel points, that's the spirit. I wish I had cute cat girls to send. I have one, but she's out getting pizza right now with her family.
Give me some front cover, please. No, shit.
I can't, it's not...
And Dante's apparently going to be drinking for our ghost hunting, so...
Yeah, they have some arbitrary limiting rule.
Also, there's mines all over this place.
Oh yeah, I see that. But I have a GPS, so basically I'm all-knowing when I step on the mine now.
Okay.
I don't know.
So they set up some mines out here, which is a good call. Yeah, no, like mine this area if you can. That's actually a very good call. Trying to figure out if I can see them. But oh, yep, here's one. So, by the way, the earlier explosion we saw in the previous round, those were actually AT mines. I forgot, AT mines are also an option, and they put AT mines on the road because you can bury them, and...
You're the worst, you know that? You're actually the worst.
We got a spare. Better now than 5 minutes from now.
Oh, well...
Hey.
Yeah, that's a greater point. Hey,
Alright, we
Embro,
can
do you have a
laugh about it,
casualty
though.
collection point set up?
Probably gonna.
That one I can't.
Set one up and relay it on SquadNet whenever you deem it fit.
Sphere AR.
No, but Platts is a cat boy. So
Again?
Op 4...
Position from here.
Let's look at Op 4 strategy here. X-Ray's all the way up here in a truck. And the rest of their forces, they're going to have them swing super far north. Probably take this small bridge and attack AO number 2 first. And then go up to AO 1 while holding AO 2 and then march to AO 3. That's what I figured they'd do. Because again, the AOs are so close together, you can attack this from any direction. They're having the KA-60 lead to scout out the route to make sure there's no Vix running up to get them. There's no one in those Vics. They're just purely being used as recon elements. I was about to say, there's no way they already sniped the pilot out. Because he was doing a nosedive, but he was just trying to reduce altitude to get away from that heavy gun. What the fuck are you doing? And how do you know they're going in that direction? It's X-ray. No one's died yet. I'm gonna mute myself though, because I think X-ray's about to. No, so they immediately stopped when they saw the Vic, so I don't think they expected to find these guys up here. I think they were trying to maybe come around to find a different... This is weird. Got the static gun, one cord, and the BTR firing at this thing here. Ooh, wait, is that the damage texture? Yeah, no, it's taking damage. You can see the crackling on the back and the side right there, so they have been hit a few times just in non-vital areas. Helo is not armored. Plus 10 sus, yeah. But based on the fact they just immediately stopped after they ran into a Vic, I don't think they realized that they were going to walk right on top of them. Alright, round will be over at the very least in 45 minutes. No. What's an hour 5 minus 20? No, it is 45. Okay, yep. I'm just trying to time it because I know Dante also wants to go play Ghost Hunter Core. Alright, so Op4 is pushing out their forces to encompass a large amount of area, which is smart. It means that if, you know, the main force, if it was one large group, got bogged down, they wouldn't be pinned and have to send forces to maneuver. By doing this, they're trying to find a weakness in if Green 4 was setting a defense line here, so they could then push and flank that defense line. Which is all the more reason why Green 4 should be playing the way they're playing and just holding the objectives themselves. Now, I'm wondering, once they get in, are these guys going to go for this sector and these guys are going to go for that sector immediately? Or are they going to just try to steamroll and envelop an entire sector? But yeah, this helicopter is totally scouting out this area. I wonder, I think the BTR has been notified that they are coming from the north now, but thanks to X-Ray. Because I would assume they've got the LR. Yep, Cardboard has it. He's the squad leader. I'd bong but no bits, right? Yeah, so it's been a few months now. They made this change before they did the World War II month, but now explosive specialists, they can either take tripwire mines, AT mines, explosive charges, or explosive satchels, and they also have the option to take regular grenades or thermite grenades. So I think they just spotted Eagle and started spraying down his position. No kills. But yeah, this is announcing Op4's presence here. Now it's just a waiting game. Green 4 is going to try to set up a defensive line here. I don't think that's smart. You got the BTR in a really dumb spot. These guys haven't noticed that the BTR is there. So we just gotta wait for the RPG-26 guy to go, walk up and boop it. Oh, because the BTR is being solo crewed. That's why. So yeah, you never want to pull the AT stick out unless you have a sight on your enemy because it slows you down. You want to keep running with that rifle, and then once you know it's there, then hit it. Oh, balls. BRDM is trying to flank it. There's two people in. Why is he not shooting? There we go, and there's the driver dead. Free BTR. That would have been funny if it had a little more clearance and came around. Alright, so BTR is knocked out. BRDM, in my opinion, will always outperform a BTR because it has more maneuverability and they have the same weapon platform. Looks like Op4 has gotten a foot in the door here. Dusty was hit. From what I do not know. We got Collective here watching from afar. Oh, he was hit from Carlson. The tracers are from a script that is in the base game of Arma. It is a default thing to find in the spectator modes. And if you know what you're doing, you can also rip it out and use it while you're Zeusing. Or even playing on the ground for that matter. So Op4, I don't know why this force is holding here. Maybe X-Ray engaged them because they also pop smoke. But this force needs to also be coming in to assist this Echo force because now this Echo group risks getting encircled. But I think Green 4 is going to be too focused on this defensive line. So Green 4, the only reason their defensive line is working is because Op4 isn't pushing in their forces where they need to be. And it's pretty much screwing them over. You can see the incoming tracers in first person as long as you have the script executed. So this script is only available by default in the spectator interface as long as you pick the spectator slot. If you die and then spectate, you don't get this script. When we execute it, when I'm Zeusing, it only executes for anyone in the Zeus interface via the coded term I believe is curator. And it looks like the marksman team was just taken out. Cardboard is lying dead. And Fisher, who actually has the marksman, is doing a wide flank to the south. Carlson's running around. He might try to flank some of these Op4 guys, and if he's successful... Oh, he's got a 249. This, and he just reloaded a fresh belt. This is going to be brutal. Op4's trying to maneuver some forces, led by the BRDM right there. Here's that gunfire above him. You just kill Wise, no, I just heard AT also get launched. On a what? I don't know. He's gonna go up. Gonna run right into cheese. literally right in front of Cheese. And she's just... Potential. He shouldn't have ran in there. He should have scouted out first. Then he would have saw Pierce. Pierce got the drop on him. And where he stopped, he also stopped right in front of Cheese. Now Cheese is taking his 249. I would take the 249 too. That's a better gun than a 30 round AK. Not game over yet by that move, though. That just means Green 4 has to keep on the defensive as Op 4 is now pushing these forces in. But Green 4 has no one actually covering the site itself. They just have everyone in blocking position, so it's a little worrisome. This X-ray guy's come around, and this force has not really moved at all, so I can only assume Op 4 is holding them in reserve. And we just heard a BRDM explode. But they have stolen the BTR as well, so the point is a little moot. I would imagine that was Charlie 2? No? Nope, okay, yes, he got a kill. Alright, so he destroyed that one. Great shot by the RPG. And the other Vics are here, so he could destroy more. But even if the Vics get hit, that just means that Op 4 is going to use them as infantry, and honestly, the Vics aren't really that useful in this AO. So it's a tough call. So they're getting Cosmonaut ready. Sounding kind of hoarse, yeah. Having some more water to try to fix that. Ooh, is Montgomery in a good position here? No, he's overwatching that window. He's watching the AO itself, but I think these Op 4 guys are going to be smart and at least clear the opposite side of the street before they move in. Now they have Charlie 2 moving in for Op 4. Now you're hearing Fisher open fire. That was a miss. Wait, is he firing all the way up into these guys? Might not have noticed Charlie 2. He's in a really open spot, though. He takes fire. Quickly crawls over. He's going to try to climb down there. Yep, so Mike was still suppressing his position. Yeah, so I think this fight is lost, but that next fight over there with Coalition, that's going to be the kicker. What would be really bad is if we saw this force, after this AO's taken, go down to Charlie and try to secure that, and the other force try to secure Terminal 1. Though they'd have X-ray support, but they need all hands on deck because they're fighting an even force with a slight number advantage. But they're going to definitely drag this round out. Oh, I just heard some impacts. That was Bravo 2 right there. Norris doing a great job with his G36. He's already on a kill, too. Good on him. Yep, and they've got X-ray marksman running off. I think you can tell just with the momentum, though. It's late at night. Everyone's kind of slowed down a little bit. Damn, what the fuck did he have loaded in that GL? He took out a tree, a wall, and is making everyone run away. I love lithium because everything's laced with a little bit of nitroglycerin, so if you do a little bit of building damage, it kicks up a shit ton of smoke, and it sometimes takes out the entire building. No, it wasn't a big suck round. The thermal barracks only available for Op 4 launchers with the AK platforms, and that is a G36. Thermal barrack isn't used in those, unfortunately. So just texting with Dante. Yeah, so now these guys are starting to pull back. I wonder if they're gonna rig mines on. Nope, they're getting into Vic. They're gonna pull back. All right. I don't see any. Oh, yep. Yes.
Excellent.
I don't see any others in here. Just that one satchel, but that's a really well-placed one. You're fine, Herbert. Well, the U.S. uses thermobaric Hellfire missiles and shit. And there are thermobaric small rounds, there are thermobaric HE rounds, they also have thermobaric 40mm, just RHS hasn't developed it because Russian bias. So yeah, Op 4, they're now going to move the VIX over. They're going to start staging to take Terminal 1. And Green Force pulling their forces back to bolster Terminal 3, and they've pulled the forces off those high areas on that tall building, and they're pushing them over here instead. They're only going to hit the clacker once they see the timer go off, because everyone gets a pop-up. And if Op 4's smart, they're going to send an explosive specialist in there to check all the corners for traps before they touch the terminal, because they have the time to do it. But that's a really good spot, in my opinion. It's also shaped really well, so it's gonna do damage. He's looking. He's waiting for the order. He's spinning. Now, of course, he can't touch it until they get Terminal 1, though. So you also have another satchel right there. That's a more obvious one to make him think that that's the one trap. But if anything, this gives the explosive specialist more time to get in there and do defusals. So you got Potato in here. He's trying to hack it, but again, he can't hack it till they get Terminal 1 because it's a rush. So what these guys need to do now is keep 1 or 2 guys on defense and then go and hit this other one, or more importantly, they should probably help take Terminal 1, as I said earlier, but I think they're doing a force split to hit the other 2 objectives at the same time. Yep, so Potato, he armored himself because he's bleeding a little bit, but he's going to wait there until the AO finishes. What's a thermobaric? Thermic barrack, also known as the big suck round, basically ignites all of the oxygen in an area. I don't mind explaining it because it's fun to explain. It ignites all the oxygen in a given area, which also includes anyone around it and the oxygen within their lungs, and it cooks them. It's an anti-infantry weapon. Very deadly. But it's meant to clear out enclosed spaces like buildings. Because it directly, well, compared to an incendiary, which just burns, thermobaric just focuses on the oxygen itself. So it's they're technically different classes, but if you ever want to cook the inside of a room, use thermobaric. Yasuhiro, fucking, that's the difference. An incendiary requires fuel. A thermobaric just ignites oxygen. Unless I'm getting the definition wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what that is. But then again, I've been saying proving grounds are on for 5 years, so anything's possible, right? Ooh, AT being used against the infantry. Best way to stop noodles from sticking together. If you're boiling them, it means you're overcooking them. But that's why you also salt your water and occasionally spin the noodles. If you're making fresh pasta and you have them on the rack and they're sticking together, as soon as you finish cutting them, you have to lightly flour them to prevent them from sticking together and drying out. Some people also use oil in that step, but flour is, I prefer to do flour. But with flour, you also risk it drying out as well. It depends. Ooh, AT launched. That is the BTR hit. And it just tanked that fucking round like a boss. They're keeping these guys heavily suppressed. Stolen BTR, man. Now, Op4 doesn't have a lot of forces attacking Terminal 1. I could see Coalition holding out and forcing Op4 to send more forces. This round could go into overtime. Bloodwing wants me to set up a blind taste test sort of thing like they do on Hell's Kitchen and record it or maybe even stream it. So we might do something like that soon. I'm planning on taking things, but I want to dice them all so they're all the same, like, cubed consistency, so she can't use texture to her advantage. Just because it would be fun. And then I can make a bunch of sex jokes, too. But anyway, you can block me for that. We got Tanaka up here. He's on 2 kills. As Op4 is trying their best to get to this terminal. They got X-Ray on the flank, but... Ooh, something just blew up. It was a BRDM trying to outflank in the open. Tough call there. Great AT shot, though, by what I can only imagine was the Charlie 2 gunner. It's not Shoopbliss, it's Drake. Is on a tank kill. No, he's not the Charlie 2 gunner either, but he has a spent M72 up there. Hold on. Sorry, I just heard a bunch of noises. What is wrong with you? No, Bloodwind, instead of going through the front door, decided to go for the rear door, and what I heard was her trying to get the gate open. Anyway, BTR just got hit. Driver dismounted, got picked off immediately. But yeah, Dante, when this round ends, I'm going to put it to intermission. We're going to switch up to go do spooky stuff. Yeah, right? Heart attacks. You're going to get me killed, Hiboo. Fuck's sake. How was dinner? Great.
We saw the neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is also a costume.
Nice.
So I added her on Instagram.
Nice. Wonder, have they disarmed the traps here? They did. All right, so they disarmed all the explosive traps, so that is now not going to be utilized. If you want. I don't care. Well, no, this one, like, it's towards the end. When we start doing ghost stuff, though, I might ask you to leave, because that I gotta focus on. Ooh, Dusty got flanked by Patman there and taken out. He got no more. He didn't have a face anymore, either. It's Naka on 3. They are holding the line here, though. Wow, Dream. So we're hearing some impacts on people. Not sure if that was on Pat there. But Green 4 is doing a good job holding the line for now. Op 4 is going to have to send more reinforcements, which I think they're trying to do here, but look, they're all in like this super open area. Weird call. I think they're going to try to flank around on the right side. Up to you. Sure, go play Pokemon. What? What? It's up to you. Goober? I can pet my girlfriend if I want to. Okay. Alright, this is actually going to be hard to do with one hand on the keyboard, but I'll figure it out. Okay. Okay, thank you, Boo. Let's see, where should we go? Let's focus on Ghoster right here, alright? Yep. Alright, we got this. We got this. See? Alright, so there's Ghoster. Yep. Alright, I'm going to scroll out here. We still got Tanaka on the roof. Patman here, I think, is bandaging. Ghoster's going to try to come around. We got to be careful, though, because Severe and S-Men are over here, but S-Men's covering the southern flank. Severe looks like he's covering this open area there. We still have the KA-60 flying around. Let me open the map here. Op 4 is prepping a massive push. What? Okay. Thank you, Boo. I appreciate it. Which Pokemon do you play? Playing Sword right now, right?
Sword?
Yeah.
I chose Scorbunny because I truly didn't like the rest. So really, I'm
Got a man down right here. That's fair. Yep, so now they're going to continue to put shots down here. Maz getting picked off. Ghoster trying to climb up to Tanaka's position. Might get away with that. Tanaka on 4 kills. Looks like Patman is dead. Alright, Ghoster's trying to throw grenades up here. Tanaka, I think, noticed and quickly ran back. And Op 4 is sending this large force over here to come around and flank this one objective. Hey, Don, can you give Dream a 30-second timeout for me? Thanks. Too many streamers. Thanks, Don. I appreciate it.
What?
Oh, 600 seconds. I mean, I think that's a little too harsh, but, you know, we can... Because he was being mean. To me. He was hurting my ego. Alright, so Green 4 here has spotted the Op 4 push around. What? Wow. Anonymous Gifter giving a sub to shit on streamers for money. Okay. There we go, yeah. Moneybags has not been around for a while, unfortunately. He is off doing his own IRL stuff because his job seriously picked up, and he just wasn't able to recover from that. So he's still working that. But I wish him luck. Severe on the back of this truck right here, firing over. Green 4 is doing a very good job holding this line, though we have Edwin coming around. He's been doing some really good solo plays, trying to friendly wiggle his forces up there. Has made it around the minefield. There was a tripwire around over here. It's right there. Oh, I just heard another tripwire go off. Nope. Oop, there's the flare. Severe's immediately coming around. Okay, he's going over to check the flare. Vulture gets a grenade out. Severe throwing a grenade over. More grenades going over. Yep, that's Dante. That's an anti-cigarette because he doesn't smoke cigarettes. He vapes because it's healthier, quote unquote. Remember?
No, it's not.
Oh my god. Anonymous Gifter giving a sub to Bro. I can't type in chat. I see. You know, Op4 doesn't have a lot of forces to then push. They've only got 18 minutes remaining on the round. If Green 4 can hold for another 10 minutes, I think Green 4 is going to win it. But that's going to be tough. Tanaka's still in a really good spot up here. He's trying to check around for Ghoster. All right, Mike is throwing another grenade over. You might have to speak louder because the noise gate isn't going to pick you up, and I don't have the puck mic set up yet.
I didn't know.
No, you can bother me.
I don't know. I'm not really in timing yet. I just need to kind of. I don't know how I feel about those remake games.
I used to be addicted to Dr. Pepper too.
I might play Sapphire. 'Cause that was my first one.
Curious here on the roster. Whale with 1 kill. Llama died early on. Collective on 2 kills. Arizona on 3 kills. Patman was on 3 kills. S-Man not on any kills yet. Vulture on a kill. Mike on 3 kills. Severe on a kill. And Broadek on no kills. And Tanaka finally died on 5 kills. So they've all been pulling their weight here tonight. And they might just hold because the numbers are looking pretty even right now. And Op4 is running out of manpower. Well, that's what this will be in the future.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Yep. Until you start fucking with the TV and give me a panic attack mid-op again.
Look, it was funny.
I literally freak out. And then I go back to my game, I get out of my tank, I get headshot, and I'm just like, I'm done for the night. GG.
It worked because I had shown you that I could use my phone to turn it on.
You were using your phone?
Yeah.
So you like snagged the remote sometime, we're fucking with it from upstairs. Oh my god. Now I don't like it though, because when I turn it on, it always goes to static now. And it's like a reminder. It's a, oh, that's your hand. I thought that was like the wind or something. Head scratchies. I didn't say stop.
Head scratchies?
I want head scratchies.
You want head scratchies?
Not on the fucking recording, damn it. Yes, I want head scratchies. Fucking Human just got picked off. The TV did get to Liru. Yeah, similar to how we get the rookies in Phasmo. We freak them out by turning the TV on. Works every time. 15-minute delay, warning. Oh, Jesus, delay. When you get the head scratchies, of course. Anonymous Gifter, thank you. Don't know why you would give to that account. I hope it doesn't DM me asking me why it got a sub, because that happened when people were giving random subs to car names. Long story. Oop, Arizona's medicing legal action. He is bleeding, but he's breaching. And Arizona gets killed. Yep. So Green 4 is down to 7 defenders, 3 outside, 4 inside.
What's the mission?
They're defending terminal sites, and they might actually do it because the Green 4 garrison's still pretty sizable. Ooh, he gets taken out. Red 4's attacking, Green 4's defending. Collective gets him. You want to hump a bison.
Don, I love you.
Ay, ay, ay. Looks like Arizona got iced.
Don, you're great. Keep it
Hey,
up.
Boo, do we have any tea? Tea? Aw, what a shame.
Yay.
I'd drink some ironically right now for that one.
Sip some tea like that one meme with
Arizona iced tea. Mm-hmm. None of my business.
We should get some tea.
So it is 6v6 now, but the defenders have been owning it here, but Legal Action's been doing a really, he's literally running in. Running through that smoke. So I think he ran right into Mike, and Mike just booped him with the machine gun.
Hi. What's that one soundbite? Hello,
Hello, motherfucker. Whale double tapping. And now Op 4 is sending the last of their forces in. I don't think they're going to be able to take this. I think it's GG.
Schnuffles.
Schnuffles.
Shuts.
Fucking Rick and Morty quotes.
That moment when in Pokemon Sword I have a Shuckle shirt simply
The Shuckle. Because of the Dorkly, yep.
hey, Shuckle.
Alright. Shuffle flanks and kills Severe. That was a great job there. Severe got tunnel vision on that area. You got these guys throwing grenades. And someone just hit me with a bonk. Okay. It's a bot. Bloodwing's not actually here. Watch this. See? Every time I hit this button, she says what? Excellent. It's just changing quality because of the smoke, because that totally has something to do with it. Alright, Schnuffle. Schnuffle's breaching with Spiky here. Got 2 green 4 guys defending, but they're kind of on the rear. I think they're going to wait for, to clear this out before they run the terminal. Here comes Spiky. Getting Votra there. Nice job, Spiky. You have this guy hugging this area. I thought I just saw a grenade get thrown in, but I think that was just dust getting kicked off. So this is going to force green 4 to pull back. Emborak pushes out. Gets both of them. It's Embordak, my bad. Dream, it's like 4 or 5 a.m. for you. Yes, you're tired. What is, Well, that was a landing. And now they're taking off again, and now they're landing. That is an orca. That, yeah, so they have it painted that way because the vanilla name for it's an orca. They're just circling it. Whale just got a kill on somebody.
Someone stuck the right shift.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just...
Oh, I thought that Hilo was going to go into the ground too, but G-Legs is a very good pilot. Yeah, he likes to mess around like that. He left the engine on. Ooh, Guns here gets the kill. Now they just have to hack the terminal. Oh my god. Okay, Patrick. Whale on 2 kills, but Op4 is now securing the terminal. And they're going to grab that one, then this one. Even CF is running down, but look at all the green 4 defenders here. I don't think there's any way Op4 is going to win this one. G-Legs! What the fuck? No, he did not. And the oh, that is karma. Welcome to Arma Karma. I am your host, Liru, and every time I see someone team kill, this is what happens. Whale's gonna come in and get his head blown off by Olaf. Okay, well, shit happens. Jesus. It doesn't have to be a dead one. Alright, so that's going to go down. You've got CF now running back to touch that second terminal, but it is right now 5v10. Because when you hit the mine, you actually take a lot of damage. So I doubt they're going to be able to get G-Legs back up. I'm trying to look for some blood here, but can't find it. Here it is. Oh yeah, no, that's a lot of wounds on him. I doubt he's going to get back up. There is no Op4 medic left, so it's done. The bomb that might go off on the terminal might kill him too, so. Yeah, and then Dante wants to play Ghost Game. So no fucking with the TV. Sure. I brought the building down. All right, there's Terminal 2 hacked by Potato, also known as CF. Green 4 probably tried to use their explosive charges, but they were disarmed. Yeah, we still have a third objective, guys. And they're going to have 6.5 minutes to do it with half the manpower. Regular. I will have my camera on, though. Because we'll fuck with the lights. Sure. There you go. So, are they going to load up in the helicopter? And just Hail Mary it, or what? Because they're not going to have the time. This is going to take 4 minutes to get there, leaving them with 3 to fight their way in, and it's all open area. They're going to put the pilot in the chopper and have him fly, even though he's unconscious. It's like having Dante fight a ghost while he's intoxicated. Can't wait to see how it goes. He might be slightly intoxicated. G-Legs did get karma'd, yep. That's why you don't shoot friendlies. Alright. Oh, shit. Well, there goes that IDAP position.
Less than 3.
Galliant Fox, thanks so much for the resub on Prime. I will gladly take that $2. Thanks so much for that sub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. All right, Op 4, here we go. Helicopter rush, 6 minutes. He's doing it! He's doing it! Oh, there's a 12.7 down there. And it's right there. Helicopter! It's dead.
And he stuck the landing.
It's dead. GG to the helicopter. That's all I got. That's it. Yeah. That was Nutty Person that got the AT hit. So he is up a helicopter kill. So yeah, Op 4's done. So I'm showing Bloodwind what I do. I write the timestamps down based off of the video time. So when I go back and I cut the highlights out, I don't have to dig through them and remember because I shoot multiple videos a day.
Gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because I didn't understand the context. So
That's fair.
What are these numbers? Is this numbers I owe you for money?
I mean, those are somewhere else, hon.
Do I need to pay you in
31 installment? Pay me in 31 minutes or else the ghost gets you. Remember when you were fucking with the TV? Yeah, that wasn't just you. So, CF just got shot, so now it's just up to Anarafa.
Oh, you got clipped.
Who had a -1.
Team 6.
I know.
Now.
I got a bad dragon email today. I blame this stream.
Francis, I want to see it.
I got pizza, by the way.
You got pizza? Nice. Francis, I want to see that email. Thanks for the 3-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope that email was good.
Dick is big. Massive schlong.
You good, Boo?
Big hobdog.
Big what?
Massive hum-dum.
Babe, you're not making much sense.
You know that one meme? It's like, so there's this anime girl, right? And she's got big boobs, like huge knockers, big.
I'm sans.
I'm on. I'm on the gunkus.
How's the next episode go? Transfer student comes in, and she's got some serious humdungalazugas. I'm talking some serious pakawabagagas, man.
I also love the ones where they mispronounce like not Yelp questions. No, I think it's like askyahoo.com or whatever.
The Luigi board?
The Luigi board?
You guys ever use the Luigi board?
U.S. Pregante.
Pregante.
Can you get pregnant? What would ya?
Can this be over? I'm sorry, Ana Rafa. There's no way. All right, they're just it's GG. He's in an open AO. It's 1 versus 9. He has no room to maneuver. It's done.
I think Vladimir is absolutely.
Don, you can go ahead and call the prediction for Green 4. It's over. He's done. Hey, look, I just streamer cursed.
And he did.
All right, guys, that's a wrap. So, here's the deal. I'm going to put on M2 fonts. I'm going to put on my transfer song. We're going to call it for the recording, but we're going to transfer into Ghost Game. So there's a few things I got to do.
Are you going to take a break between?
No.
Okay.
Dante does not want to wait. So,
Of course he doesn't want to wait.
we're going to reset the sun, take it off the speed. Rude?
You know it's true.
No.
Yeah.
Go do your pizza stuff.
That's okay. I love you.
All right, so we're going to go ahead, wrap this up. That's a GG, and we're going to go ahead and put the stock image up. Cool.